My dog is incapable of catching treats.
That sounds like very sad, but also cute.
Just kind of like lets them hit her. There's difference. It's just she doesn't want to try. She might have bad eyesight. Think about it. How do you know if a dog has bad eyesight? You just can't do anything.
They walk into stuff.
Whether or not they like hiss like squarely on the tree or like their aim is a bit off. I guess they're not really looking at it though due to their anatomy.
Yeah. What do you mean? I'm pretty sure this dog is looking straight at me. It's a dog, not like a sheep. They have binocular vision. Here. Oh. Hey. Come back. Go lay on that. I need to teach my dog to lay down real quick. Right back.
Oh my fucking god, what is this? My ears. Oh.
Oh yeah, are you ready for things to get funky tonight?
No, not
music?
that. I'm not even in the Roll20. I'm just listening, like having a stupid ass meme sent to me that just
I thought-
blasted my ears.
You don't need ears. I don't have ears. The ringing confirms that. Tinnitus is fine.
Oh my god.
Tinnitus, more like finitis.
It is a-okay, kids. That's what you get for listening to your edgy music really loud. I'm the boss.
There's some horrors in this house.
There's some holes in his house. Certified freak, 7 days a week. God.
Diesel shot sings WAP.
Oh god.
What ass leeward?
There's some whores in his house. Certified freak, 7 days a week. What ass P word? What ass P word? Make that plug game a week. Yeah. You
Hey,
effing
George.
with the wet ass P word.
Yes, Joy, you are hearing Rainbow give the Diesel shot rendition of WAP.
I'm talking about it's oh my god. Hi, Drew. You hear me? It's me.
Now, have I posted this to Twitter?
No, like, where are Pat and Cole? Like, I put the crickets outside and everything because even though they're not supposed to make noise, I think one of them has like been alive long enough that it grew to adulthood, and now it's making lots of noise. It's irritating. Sorry, I watch my friend's Chameleon, so now I have to deal with live feeder crickets. She's mostly no longer an adventure.
How are you feeling about your own prospects of obtaining a reptilian?
Oh, I definitely want one. Maybe not a chameleon because they're a little intermediate, and also they're not very friendly at all. Like, they're not really into people. Like, it's mostly just something you used to like watch them eat. Occasionally hand feed, but it's not terrible. I mean, like, after you've cleaned up, I don't know, a bunch of dead cricket corpses, and like, yeah, it's fine. Not as bad as, you know, dealing with a cockroach.
I really think I missed
you deal
someone.
with if you flip.
Alright.
Smooth jazz.
Hey, Lerb. Oh no, Lerb. Like, in like the sense that they're playing EVE Online and they need like a missile frigate, or in the sense that like you need to like be there for them in a difficult time.
God damn it. Missile frigate. Don't remind me of my time in Eve.
I feel you, Lerb.
Do what you gotta do, Lerb.
I know how that be. Did what George said. But yeah, I know where Cole is. There's a variable amount of time that's gonna take. Pat said she's on the way. When we get to like 8:40 something, we're just gonna go for it until you guys hit an encounter. Because yeah, we can't wait forever. Particularly because this is supposed to be a 3-parter that is now like spiraling out of control.
It's fine, we're on the 3rd part.
I mean, Registars is supposed to take 3
Nothing's happened
episodes,
yet.
right?
It's
Okay,
hard
more quickly,
to
we didn't get
short.
EXP last time, did we?
Do not believe
I do not
so.
think you had an experience last time. No.
Yeah,
No.
that's what I thought. But still,
Why?
like, the soul thing is killer. Like, we don't have any soul alchemy, so we can't really rearrange things. I only have 3 soul slots left. Like, I can only eat, like, 1 to 2 more things.
I know. This is I factor this into what should happen late session tonight.
Hmm.
I like
I
how we.
mean, you could change the spelling of soiree while we're here. Doing nothing.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go find the wrong accent to put on it while I'm at it.
Yum.
Accent grave, accent
Ow.
aigu. To be fair to Cole and Pat, I also got very sidetracked today.
Sidetrack.
Hey, Pat.
I mean, like, that, like, makes it better. Like, okay, you know, every player said that they're distracted or not here, but don't worry, the GM also didn't really care about this today because he was busy designing something else.
Dang.
Sorry, I'm late,
Nice.
guys. I was preparing some demons to eat. Nom nom nom. Ooh.
Hey, Power Up
Are we live?
Games!
Yes, we are, Pat.
God.
We're audio
Ah,
live.
sorry, I'm late.
It's all good. I'm gonna move us to this screen though because I'm gonna figure out how to sort
Yeah.
the current
Hello.
situation.
What is the current situation?
Well, Cole isn't here yet. He told me what's up. I have no good way of knowing how long that's gonna take though. So I'm just sorting the cameras. All right. And it's definitely assuming that we had the 2 shadowy ones.
Ah, yes.
Shadow Leland. It's like Leland.
Both
And
ships in the
also
right place.
more functional.
Cole is where Pat is. Pat is where Cole is, rather. Alright. Oh, this isn't too bad. Hold on.
I could cold for the night. Well,
Can
guys,
you?
my character is a janitor and not at all
Call it
extreme
camping.
like me.
Cole doesn't make sexual references, which is weird given the amount of weird anime shit Cole sends us, like, off screen.
Amazing.
Oh
you're,
my god.
You're like, I'd expect more lewdness
You
from a
can't just throw him
weeb.
under the bus like that.
Hey, we stand a cultured king here on Diesel Shot.
Yes, let me go get some chips. I'll be right back.
Alright, so that's bullshit, that's cool. It's man, that's rainbow. Yeah, so we're all set up. I'm in the moon. I still have this weird moonbeam thing towards my own name that doesn't make any sense, and I don't know what caused it to arose or how to fix it. And,
That's
yeah.
fine.
It's Red Night. Gotta celebrate.
We rejoin the party.
Aw, Shucky Ducky. R.I.P.
Yeah, you guys, find yourselves in the Alabaster Halls.
Alright.
And, yeah, we cut out last time as the soiree was witnessing, this molten chamber bleeding out into the real.
Ooh, fuck.
Where it should
Right,
seem that
molten chamber.
the pop star is, turned sickly white and has a visage suggests bewilderment now. Whereas previously she'd been present in the gilded chamber. And Hina's like, oh no, this isn't according to the itinerary at all. I think we've got to go check on the cave.
Wait, so what did we see in the molten chamber again?
Okay, so previously it was some sort of like concert revelry with weird dancing and stuff, and she was like eating and excorging some sort of entity on loop. Now, like everything else is still full of that golden cover, except it's sort of melting, and like the revelry has turned a bit more like almost violent, and she is just like a stark white, discolored, completely removed from the rest of the scene. Cole.
You are muted, Cole.
You are muted in the meets.
Hello, hello. Sorry, I was running late.
It's all good. I mean, like as I said in Facebook Messenger, king shit.
Yes.
Oh, you have a fancy mic now. Full stand mic.
Oh yeah. It's actually just a prop. It's not actually plugged in. Wait, nobody knows that.
Oh my god.
Wait, what happened?
All right. Point is, yes.
Amazing. That's
This-
fucking hilarious.
This mic is actually the thing is it's not an instant mic. I'm supposed to record. It's like it's like
Yeah,
high
yeah, I
def
got
into the chip, but it actually doesn't go into the computer. So this is the one that I use to like record myself separately, and then I like put it into the track.
I've got one too. I don't know. It's
Amazing.
not plugged in.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Yes, we are here in the Gilded Chamber. As a reminder, you guys saw this previously on your way to the bar. And here in the very weird space of the Alabaster Halls is just this gilded room full of dancing people around this concert stage where the pop star was continually just like eating like this weird demon thing and then excorging it in this like strange dance almost. And everything was golden, but now it's molten and beginning to bleed through into the real. Like literally part of the floor is burned away and you can see out into the concert in the red night. And she has turned a strange sickly white.
Can we do anything about it? Do we care to do anything about it?
Hina will chirp up and say, "Oh no, this isn't good at all. I think that to prevent this from happening, we might need to make her a little bit more loathing. But this wasn't supposed to happen. This is all whack according to the itinerary. We should really head to the cave."
I
Wait,
love
so we
that
should
one.
have let one of the looping clouds possess her?
He is like, oh, well,
Sounds like that's probably what we should have done, yeah.
I'm not sure. It didn't seem like it was supposed to happen, but it's always hard trying to second guess these things.
How do you know what's supposed to happen? What itinerary is this?
Yeah, it's actually a damn good question. You've been talking as if you know the future all night and last night, I guess.
Hina gives you like a nice innocent look and says, well, you know, sometimes you sort of know things are supposed to happen, but you don't exactly know how.
Oh, that's
Sounds like
specific.
you read the playbook.
Yeah, well, look, the cave
Immediate
is
summary.
the cave is really important. And what happens there just really needs to happen. Otherwise something bad will happen. For everything else, I mean, you know, it's kind of a wash, but she sort of gesticulates around at the fact that like, the walls of this room are like a raging fire, and you see like a gilded painting of almost like a golden mold of like the trees around the concert clearing ablaze, as if though there's a fire spreading all across the island. And he was like, this might not be so great for you guys.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yes,
sound
this
good.
does seem to be a trouble.
Okay, let's go to the cave.
Hina chirps and says, yeah, that's great, but I don't think that we have an easy way to get there just yet. Because yeah, you guys are at like 2 of 6 time, and it's like 1 time per 2 squares. If you guys popped out at the closest location that you guys know of in the reel, the jungle edge door, you'd still be pretty far from the cave.
So, is there? Can we
find
search
a
for a
door
way
through
to
the
get?
Alabaster hallways?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
can
can.
we search for a way to get
It
to the
requires 3 successes to find your way to if like
Unlock.
without any internal knowledge. And evading. Navigation is evading.
You know, roll, Bolchev?
Navigation is evading, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Is this everybody? So like
Oh, that's-
contribute? Or...
That's already
Yeah,
six
every-
successes, right?
Yeah.
Oh!
I mean, yeah. Bolchev rolled 4 successes. Should I even roll? Does it matter?
Hey.
Ah,
we
bad.
got
Runs
it.
from her problems.
Oh, I love. Man, Gunther is just so good at running away from these problems.
Gotta run away from my problems, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
The
So,
Gunther we know and
You
love.
evade so well that not only do you manage to find the way there, you don't have to worry about any of the emotional winds of the Alabaster Halls. You find a way that it branches off of the bar door area and allows you to travel right up to a door which you think should take you somewhere really close to the caves. But as you approach, the door is sealed with a strange, semi-angelic looking carving. It is a weeping woman stabbing a suspended man in the chest.
A suspended man.
Her arms are tied to the spear, and his feet and hands are like completely outstretched. And this is all carved onto the wood of the otherwise quite simple and stark white doorway. The golden knob of the door seems etched with some sort of script, although it's no language you guys recognize. It does have a
Right.
line that
So
runs
not gonna
across
lie.
it, similar of Hindi, but otherwise you have no real-world basis for what it could be.
Is that supposed to be symbolic for? Actually, what is it supposed to be symbolic for?
I don't know, but there's a weird-ass marking on this door. Last time when you
Not
guys
before.
found a similar thing, Pat just beat it down.
Cool. Well, I probably didn't notice, but
Can I like?
I don't
what-
care.
So
I don't care. Oh.
can I just try to open the door? Like, does it open?
When you approach the door and put your hand on the handle,
Mm-hmm.
like, it feels like when you go to turn it, it's going to drain you.
I see.
Like completely, or as if exacting a certain toll?
A certain toll, probably not completely.
I see.
It's fine.
But you also see that
And
Does it-
beating the door down worked last time to not give us the toll?
more or less, yeah.
All right, let's tear it down.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
If
well,
we,
hey,
if we open the door quick enough, do we lose less of?
Does
Honey,
it-
get over
does it
here
have
and be
anything to
useful,
do with
why
the
don't you?
fact that Rainbow's character has consumed angelic or demonic influence rather than angelic?
I
I
mean,
mean, we
I'm
don't
down
know.
for
We have no idea, no way to figure that out.
Yeah, we do.
Can
We
I
have
just-
people influenced by angels instead. So
I'm not
sure.
touching it.
I would say
Yeah.
if a Nephilim steps forward and puts their hand on the door, it feels like it would exact a lesser toll than it would upon a Cambion.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Man, no,
Not that we
no
really have any
And-
metric to know.
And
not food
and why should we have to pay any toll?
I'm with
Honey,
her.
Pay the toll.
go on and be useful there, Izzy, and do the thing you do. Go on, swing it.
Yeah, why does
Come
anything
on,
cost
Bonnie.
anything?
So I believe this is now a fighting task. Anybody who wants to put up some rolls against the door. I will roll for the door. It's not going to attack you at all. It's purely going to defend itself.
I got two
I'll make that.
successes.
Okay. As
I
you
got one.
burst it down, it seems that as you begin to strike it, the door takes on an aggressive tone. And as you strike it,
Wait,
the
a second.
faces, which once had like this almost like serene sorrow,
Mhm.
their face twists to this like devilish grin, and the door overcharges and explodes outwards as you overtake it. The path through is now clear, and you see the shifting rocks.
Oh, that don't sit too right with me.
That was an accident.
Tell me.
Sorry, Dor.
Yeah.
Won't happen again.
Would you guys like to pop out?
Accident on purpose.
Do you pop out into the
Oops.
reel?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it's
Right?
Why the fuck not?
not. I thought it was the Red Knight. Like the real is.
Oh yeah.
daytime.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm mixing my tongue, but yeah, you pop out into
Would you
the
like
Red
to
Knight.
pop into the not Alabaster Hall? Red Knight.
Um,
The rest
Yeah, so
I
you
do.
guys pop out like onto this surface, and you smell something a bit like
Like fire.
sulfury, and you see all around this rock in the air, there's like this distortion, but there's also floating bits of broken chain and wrecked wood that seems to almost create this like slow motion tornado around the top. It feels like something is bound here, and you feel an aggressive tone coming over you, and you feel things get a little bit more funky.
Interesting.
Funky.
Yeah,
I
funkier.
wonder if this is where Mama Rage Angel lives.
You guys hear like some like scattering on the rocks, and you see some little imps coming your way. Some of them look full of rage, others as if though they are vigilant guardians of this place.
Oh, hello, beautiful. Don't know
I
what I
see.
did.
Ew.
Yeah, it looks like it's 3 and 2. So I'll bring us
Can we,
over to the.
Okay, so they're coming up to us.
They are, yeah. You guys are like just like fresh out the door, and yeah, it looks they're like scouting you out.
Interesting. You're just scouting us out. They're not.
Are they
Well,
approaching?
Well, they seem pretty aggressive. It looks like they're like fanning out to like hop you guys. If you
Oh,
yeah.
We saw
wanna
this
be-
on the first night.
if you
How
wait,
about we show Gunther how to fight these things?
Excuse me.
And
Don't mind if I do.
Okay, do we really need to fight them? Like, hi there. Hi, weird imp creatures. Look, we're gonna leave this
Nah,
mountain.
I'm ready to beat the hell out of these guys. I'm taking
And
it.
for what
Well, you
reason?
didn't have to waste the
My
time
mouth
with
is
chasing
out.
through, you know?
Yeah. Don't you recall we were on a little bit of time then?
So I will say this: like, as you begin to converse with them, they sort of say, they sort of like chatter a bit like incessantly about domain, binding the place, this rock, and it doesn't really seem like very clear, but they are acting very aggressively, and it looks like they're trying to fan out like around you a little bit, as if they're seeking the advantage in a coming conflict, and they are very aggressive. However, you could attempt to like talk them down from that. But they don't seem like they're very interested in just fucking off or letting you leave, unless they were getting something out of it. They seem aggressive.
I'm just going to take this like as an invitation to tango, and my mop is out and ready to strike. I guess I'll take this side since EC is on the other side. And
Is
All
it?
right, Hina.
I say that aloud, like, all right, you goblins are ready to tango. Come at me.
The vigilant ones spy you, and they sort of give you a funky look.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so
Respectful duel.
but you guys
This should be
like
fun.
you have your weapons up ready to fight, but you don't make the first strike.
To be clear, though, we don't. It would be disadvantageous to make the first strike, right? To an extent.
It would be disadvantageous to let them fan out around you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, maybe
I would
like,
say
we allocate before we see their allocations, I guess. So, like,
I'll put it this.
Yeah, if they're
I'll
the
put it
aggressors,
this
if
way.
they're the aggressors, then you would see all their totals before you finished allocating.
If they try and get behind me, or like if they try and get behind me, I guess.
Okay, so
So where they could attack.
What
our
is
backline,
them
I'll
fanning
stop.
out mechanically give them though?
Yeah, that
advantage.
is-
They will gain advantages, and
Ah.
their fours will get to count as successes if they're so Walter is more or less going to deny them the advantage by positioning himself into a
Right.
position that they would force the
Oh,
fight.
fuck that. Yeah.
All right, yeah. So that does buy some time. Gigi, Hina would inform you that she suspects that this is the domain of a more powerful demon, or some other like entity, and it looks like they might be trapped here as well. You know that generally speaking, a domain ties something to a place, and the spirit isn't able to leave.
Well, can I
No, it's
Offer
the ethical
them,
thing
like-
to do to kill.
little Mr. Imps over there. If I could give you a little bit of a prospect, perhaps if we were to help you skedaddle on out of here, you might be a little more inclined to let us go.
They do seem interested in that. And they nod
As I've said before,
enthusiastically.
I can
Yeah.
provide you
We
transport.
don't know how to do that. Doesn't that mean we just have to go fight whatever the big thing in the domain is?
Hina
I mean,
would chime in
can
here.
Can we not just
Can we not
just assume them and then leave? Like,
So you could assume them, but here's the thing: all of them want to leave. So unless you assumed all of them, the remaining ones would attack.
Well,
what kind of
Hina
souls
would
do
mention
you
that there's
have?
normally a central locus that produces a Nemezna. And
Do we know what kind of souls these things have, or at least what the shape is?
yeah, it looks like they're kind of like popcorn. Like they've got some airy bits that aren't really there, but they help shape it. You know what I'm saying? And it looks like it has
Sure.
a corner piece souls.
All right, interesting.
But yeah, so what I'm hearing is that Gigi and Zarina are willing to dicker, and Izzy and Walter don't force a fight.
I'm not sure I'm willing to assume these. Like, I just looked at I don't want this in my soul.
Oh,
Sure.
I'm ready.
Yeah, well, the thing is, so you can dicker because Hina would say that there is like something that you could go and break, which would destroy the Demesne and liberate them. So you could make a conditional dicker.
That's too much time.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, like, is the Demesne bad? Like, I feel like we're just, like, fucking, like, we have no idea what we're doing in this world, and, like, I don't know what the ramifications of any of our actions are.
Hey, isn't that kind of the thrill of the mystery?
Hina's like, you know, it's probably fine.
Do you really know what you're doing in the real world anyways? Let's go.
You make a fucking good point. Usually it's something to do
Does
with
he
getting
though?
adrenaline.
I would
Coursing through
have
my
A
veins.
little bit of everything.
I would have to disagree.
Oh, I'm sure you understand everything, card lady. Before, but we're not gonna have enough time to figure this out if they bash our heads in. So,
Honey, I understand.
Personally,
I'm
I'm
get ready.
All right, well, hold on, wait. Okay, so Walter, you proc the encounter before any dickering can occur.
Okay, I
It's
guess.
fine.
You're
All
rolling 4 dice, by the way.
Yeah.
straight.
Alright.
You're
All
supposed to be rolling
Right.
It
six.
What
didn't
do
sound
you-
like we wanted to waste time with
Alright.
dickering, so let's do this fast.
All
You're
right.
supposed to be rolling 6 dice, Cole. Remember from your weapon?
Oh yeah, thanks.
Yeah. So,
Wait, do I have one of the spiritual weapons at all, or no?
no, but you do have a
You
weapon.
decided.
You do have a weapon, so
On
that
one
adds
day.
a dice. So yeah,
It
you
adds
guys,
a dice.
you guys roll first.
Wait, that's not my 5. Why did I?
Sweet.
Oh, the chat is scrolling up, and I grabbed the wrong die.
Nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Let's see.
Stop
Got
rolling,
five
everybody.
rolls.
Let me grab the dice first. No.
I can make Walter's. I'll make Walter's 4.
Right, I've got a 4 that can go
We're
up
all
to
in on
a
this fight,
5
yeah.
as well. If
No,
anybody
no.
wants to know.
Let him-
Oh,
Hey,
it's really
complimentary.
scary.
Yeah, I'll give Walter's 4 ecstasy to give it advantage or whatever.
Can I give my own advantage, Lee?
If you have a complementary emotion and you're willing to spend the 1 mask to unlock a non-dominant emotion, then yes.
Oh, I've got to do it from another emotion with mine. Forgot about that.
Yeah, there's no way to do it for yourself without spending mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Alright, who has a 4 on the board? Put your
I was-
4.
I've got a- I've got a 4. Oh,
I
I'm
got
giving
only
Cole
your
vigilance.
That's my 4.
Cole, yeah, I'm trying to give yours for Cole. You can give. This is so.
Oh, right,
Why did you
I-
paint your color to orange, Lee? You made this so complicated. Now I can't tell whose dice are whose.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I can't put icons on it. So
It was like we had our
here,
different
I'll
colors
draw.
each because it differentiated the dice really easily.
how about you just draw on it and Lee will put
Yeah,
the
but
icon.
they're emotion related, so like he's doing their rage and their
Yeah,
vigilance
yeah,
dice.
yeah. I'll make your dice
But
like.
they're not tied to the emotion unless you enhance them with it. So like
Yeah.
that's why Lee has the little icons for them.
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
want,
Yeah, I know. But I mean, all of our dice are color coded
I'll
based
hype
on like
off,
the amount of emotion that we have.
since
Well,
we're
not I guess
taking
Walter anymore, will they?
compliment. And I guess
I'll make this one
yeah.
ecstasy.
Now remind me, who here is a Nephilim? Who is dominant? Like who's a positive alignment?
I'm actually
I am not.
positive. No,
All right. So
I'm in negative
GG.
alignment.
Got a fucking Nephilim in me.
Yeah.
mine's
So
negative too.
So Gunther and Zarina are Cambions, and Walter, do you have an alignment that's positive or negative, or are you still neutral?
I'm still neutral.
All right. Then that means that Izzy and Gigi, I will tell you, they look like they're mostly going to focus their attack on you.
Nice. Alright, then I'm gonna save. This and that
Yeah.
of the energetic
All right.
one.
Yes. Yeah. So
On me.
Zarina pops an ecstasy on this one.
Right, I'm gonna attack that one. Yeah, and I'm gonna attack. Let's see. I'm gonna attack the 2 that are near me.
Okay, so you're attacking this vigilance and this rage. All right.
Yeah.
And
Gonna be tear my-
and hold on, wait a minute. So is somebody giving you vigilance?
Yeah, that was Lestrange.
That's me.
Okay,
That's me.
now because
Oh, wait,
vigilance,
not
That was
because
me.
because
Or-
vigilant isn't
No,
your
it's
dominant,
Walter.
Walter, you will have to spend a mask to make that happen.
Oh, it's not my dominant anymore. Shit. Oh
yeah,
well.
you've gone over to Lillian.
I got
Are
some.
what you eat.
Yeah, but you still okay. So you do that, and that unlocks all of your available vigilance. By the way, when you spend a point of mask, so you can vigilant up however many dice you want now. But yeah,
All right.
so that's the
Nice.
scenario.
Any more swords,
Yeah, so that's the situation. You guys just allocate, and then then they'll allocate.
Wait, so are their dice on the field at all?
Yes.
Their dice
Like it
are on the field, but they haven't
I-
allocated yet.
Okay.
Everything
there's a
everything
lot
everything
of,
south of this line is going to be their dice for now.
Right.
Well, these are Gigi's successors, aren't they?
No.
No, anything south of this line is
Let's see
NPC.
here.
all right.
Color coded for the exact opposite of your convenience.
I'm sorry. I really fucked that up. I will not do that in future.
It's fine.
All right.
It's fine, Lee.
Just let me know when you guys are done allocating, and
We're not putting at least one against all of them.
Yeah,
I
I don't have any successes.
I mean,
put
I don't think
two.
you need whoever's dice this is. Don't defend me with it. Just attack. me.
Others. Yeah, like
Alright.
we know they're attacking Pat and I, or we can guess that.
Yeah, we can infer.
yeah. All right. So
Oh, is that why Gigi's putting 2 on herself? So,
I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's
guess we
why
only
I'm
do
thinking
one
of myself as well.
Like, I guess they only have that many successes, but
Well, Walter, you could put yours on me if you want, but you are neutral. I don't know. I mean, Gunther's also neutral, so I don't know if it's going to matter.
I'm not neutral.
I mean, I
Oh.
guess I could.
I'm more leaning.
Oh, right. Yeah.
he's a
Thought
Cambion.
about that.
I mean, I could just go all in and, you know.
Why not?
All right. So just like all right, I've changed their dice color to purple now. You can just drag because I think Cole, you're the person with
Oh.
like a lot of successes out there. Like, is it like
Yeah, I have all 4.
there's some ambiguity here. Just like try and like pop them right where you want them. I'll make them drawings again.
Oh, I see. Okay. If you could just move them all up to the line, and I'll just stack them. Like that. Yeah, there we go.
All right. So
Nice.
let me
So
confirm.
if I do this,
This is the player's allocation. Yes. Let me know when
Oh,
you're
that
locked in.
works.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it sounds like it.
All right.
Wait, put that 4 on somebody over here who doesn't have as
No,
many
is
damage.
that one not
uh,
taking damage?
Numbers.
Dang.
Oh, no, that one's good. Right? Because those are all 6s, unless they use a 5 to defend themselves, they're not going to get much out of it.
Nah, 6
Anyway.
and 5 doesn't matter. Anyways,
Oh, it doesn't?
I'm like, it doesn't
no,
matter.
it doesn't make any difference. It's still just a nice success.
I'm like,
Oh.
I'm just trying to tap this one out completely.
Do whatever then. I'm sorry, I'm
Yeah.
confused by
I'm
that.
trying-
you
I'm trying
could
to-
disband
I'm
them,
trying
but
to-
I don't think.
Yeah, that's
I'm
the only
trying
thing
to-
that's interesting.
I'm snuffing out the middle one. I'm taking out the 2 on the side. I'm literally cleaving here.
I'm sorry, I have to
I
be
like
right back. So.
That's
The
fine.
mop
All right.
cleave.
All right, so yeah, just I know this is taking a while, but like at this point, like ball's in your court. Confirm when it's time for me to go.
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, go for it. I think
Understood.
also-
All right, so here's what happens. You see that both of these vigilance types have a shield that automatically pops, giving them an automatic 5 success to defend.
Uh-huh.
Then each of these has an automatic 5 for attack. They portion out 2 of those at Izzy and 1 of them at Gigi. Then you see that they are going to be sharing, because sharing is caring, some of their emotions. They have enough to go around to augment up 4 4s.
That's a real big move. I don't know if we're gonna make it out of this one.
They're going to stack
Should have just
another
crushed
hit
one
here,
completely.
another hit here. They are going to spread a single to Walter, and then they are going to probably honestly throw out another attack to everyone. Izzy,
Oh no.
Gunther, Zarina, and
Damn, these things are
Gigi,
strong.
and this final 4 is going to be used on the defense. Yeah, so that's how the fight wakes out. You guys spread out and try and stop them from outflanking you. Orange shields of metal vigilance pop up to take incoming attacks. You guys get in there and dance around trying to defend the people who they seem to be targeting, but everyone is in a terrible melee on like a rocky cliff edifice thing, and you know your ankles are rolling as they run around trying to bash you.
Ow.
Who committed more successes to the attack? You or them? I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4,
I think
5,
they
6
committed
from
more to
you.
attack.
1, 2,
Oh, yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so here's what happens. You lose the fight, but you kill 3 of them. Unless, hold on.
Nice.
I didn't make these.
1, 2.
Whatever, they're all one mask. Regardless of anything
okay.
else. So only 2 of them survive. But basically, here's what happens. You're on top of like a rocky edifice, and there's like a rope bridge on one side, but you don't manage to get towards the rock, that side. They are basically forcing you down the side of this rock climb rock. This is going to be and I'll say, hold on, wait. So we need to process the damage before we do
if
this.
they flanked up, if they were trying to,
All right, they did. They didn't. You
I'm
guys
back,
held. You guys held them from
Howard.
flanking. All right. So Izzy, you take 2. Gunther, you take 1. Zarina, you take
Ouchie,
1.
ouchie.
Gigi, you take 1. Walter, you take 1.
Right.
That clears out. You guys beat the. You guys managed to pop 3 of them. 2 of them remain.
Right, so
And-
since we didn't win the fight, we can't really consume or subsume or whatever them. Right?
You're presently being forced down a
Nope.
cliff face, so no. This is going
Yeah,
to be
makes sense.
this is going to be a collective this is going to be an individual evading, but you can help each other out. You're worried about an environmental hazard of like, you know, falling off of a tall rock rather than descending.
Alright.
Talking bad.
Do I get
well,
a
I'm not
bonus?
very
So
good at
one thing I
evading.
didn't
Can I
realize.
just smash my head through whoever else is pushing us over?
The question.
Y'all
one
lose
thing I
this
didn't
fight.
do-
Y'all, like this is how this works. Like you don't get a second
No, yeah,
round. They whoop your
no,
ass.
absolutely. Absolutely.
You can choose to
No,
fall
I'm
and eat.
asking
You can
it-
choose to fall and eat shit and take the damage, or you roll the evading with everyone else.
Mechanical question.
I evade.
Do I
Guess I
gain?
try at least.
So I wrote in my inventory, and I don't know if this was legit or not, that I have because I assumed in the very beginning that you had to have an item associated with whatever thing that you can do, and you kind of okayed it, but I don't know if this actually counts or if this was kind of like a
You have a shroud.
yes, I have a shroud, right?
Then
so
you
I
get
can
an
use
extra
that.
1 dice on this. Yes, you do. It works.
Okay, 3d6. Thank you.
All right. So yeah, pop out your successes,
That's
and
Very happy that I did.
the risk of this descent is 2. So you will take 2 damage if you have no successes put towards you.
Marvelous.
Each success put towards you prevents 1 point of damage from happening to you. I think some of you have stuff that helps with evading, so just be sure that you're checking your souls for anything relevant.
That's a good question. What is in my soul? At the moment, Fury.
I don't know if
What
anything
is
that
in
helps
your
with
soul?
evading.
Does Phantom do anything?
Mine.
I didn't list what Phantom did.
Actually, I think it might. I've got
me
dominance
look
and
at it.
beguile.
So Phantom allows you to spend up to Phantom levels mini mass to gain extra dice to roll on a 1-to-1 rate.
Oh damn.
So
Well, because that's the thing, like, in a lot of these powers, and, like, even here, like, yeah, I got a 4, I could be a success if I spent 1 mask, but then I would just be saving myself the 1 mask of damage. Like, sometimes it's
yeah,
really not
sometimes
worth spending because it translates directly into your health.
sometimes it's not.
That's the trade-off. Though.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it doesn't feel good, and like there's
no,
got
I
to be
feel
a
like-
design. There has to be a design
Well,
way
not feel
around
good.
it.
I just feel like there's almost, yeah, there isn't, like, it doesn't feel like there's ever really a good incentive to spend mask, to me anyway.
I guess on the bright side,
I'm
if
thinking-
we were to ever, may spin, for an evade.
Yeah, I think.
I guess I could.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, but you'd still just be spending mask to get dice to roll that may or may not be successes.
Right. In future, I might up the number of dice that spending 1 mask gets you, or something like that. But for the moment, and
Alright.
of course, when you go beyond
Mhm.
power
Oh, wait,
1, you will be doing more for each mask.
I forget who am I. What are my relationships to people? Those can actually do things for us in this.
Yeah, you guys have bonds.
Yeah. At the moment, I have an animosity towards Rainbow and a respect towards Madeline's character. Or did we up that to a friendship? I forget. I think we saw respect. And
We didn't, but we probably should. But I think it requires a whole like action in the real.
it does, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Like, why can't we hang out in the cave and advance the plot?
So did
So okay.
right.
So who has successes? We only have 3 No, we don't even have any successes, do we?
Rainbow, you didn't get a success, right? Then I
No,
get
I
an
don't
advantage.
get it.
Doesn't matter though.
Well,
Yeah,
sure,
if you had a 4, it would.
success, and that's it.
Is anybody complimentary
What?
to? Rage is complementary to loathing, so you can make Gunther's 4 into a success.
Can help me.
Oh yeah, I guess I could. All right.
Also,
I'm gonna do
Gunther,
that.
do you not have something that counts as a shroud?
I do.
Yeah, you've
Wait.
got your jacket.
Did you roll,
I
Madeline?
did. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, where did you have?
Thanks,
Yeah, so you have a +1 at least.
You got a
Actually,
5
I
and a
thought it was
4,
a
Madeline.
+2.
Yeah, I know what I got. Oh, sorry, I was over here on the like map where we actually are in physical location, as opposed to on the weird conceptual map.
It is funny to think that I probably could have avoided this by spending 4 masks to boost one of my 1s to a 4, and then I had someone boost that, and then it would have been a tie.
Yeah, but that's a terrible. Like that's horrible in terms of like cost economy, and it's also like we didn't know that they had
It's
serious
horrible
special
for
powers.
what? It's horrible for 1 player.
Okay, I mean,
Fair enough. I think Cole's taken the high road.
Yeah, but point is, that I will probably have that key off of power in the future, but for the moment, we're in it. This is V0.2. It's going to get updated.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
It
we can-
is
we can-
indeed.
if you have problems with the system, talk about it in the feedback at the end.
Right, so shrouds. If you have a regular shroud, get an extra d6. If you have a spiritual shroud, which Gunther you do, roll me 2 more d6.
Oh,
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
was,
roll 2
I'm-
more.
yeah. It's not that I had a problem with it. I was just like theorizing. Like,
Ah.
Mm.
I might have
It's a
been
good
able
thing
to
you did.
avoid this.
Yeah.
If so.
Yeah, so we're fine actually.
Additionally,
That's like
Gigi, you have you got a 4, right?
yeah.
Either Walter or Gunther could juice that to make it a success.
Mm-hmm. So Gigi's covered, Gunther's covered.
I guess I'll just assume that happens and make it.
We only have 2 successes.
Well,
Because you only need 2 to avoid full
Like
damage
3.
here, right? Like,
Yeah, you need 2 to avoid full damage, so Gunther has 1 to
yeah,
spare.
you could give one of your extras to somebody. Pat
Right.
has 1, and me and Cole don't have.
Pat.
any.
I'm good. Yeah.
Well, and I mean, if like Walter is juicy with it, like he can have
You're
the
gonna get-
4, then like in order not to spread
like-
around.
I can't move the 4 myself. But
Okay.
there's just things.
All right.
All right, so
Sure, put it right there.
We're covered.
all right, so
Does
this
Hina
is
need something?
Hina's a bird. I don't think Hina's gonna take falling damage.
True.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
Hina
That's a good
flaps her
point.
wings, and yeah, you guys yeah. So here's what happens. You guys are just like pushed off the cliff, and like the rocks fall, and
Everybody dies.
and Gunther alone takes no damage. Everyone else rocks another -1 mask. As you are, you feel a bit of yourself smashed out. You try and reach out, and lowering vapor clouds sort of like break your fall as raging flames uplift you, and sort of like you guys like sort of feel the hot air lift you up a little bit. You still hit the ground hard, but it would have been harder. Swire is now here, like at the edge of some water and cliffs, and yeah, you see a strange beam of light, green light, coming out of the cave entrance right now. Actually, you look at it more, it seems almost like multichromatic, like a rainbow beam coming from the cave's entrance.
Well, I love that.
Yeah,
That's what we were here for.
so you can reach the cave's entrance pretty swiftly. At this point, you're still at 2/6 time because you moved through the alabaster halls.
Excellent.
So it would be 1 to get 2, and then so you'd be there at 4/6. But you have
Oh,
to you have to ford through this water, which is going to be a collective evasion. If you do,
More
if you do that.
evasion?
If you choose to do
I mean,
that.
this is barely even close. It's still going to take half of a remaining movement just to get to the fucking cave, even after taking the shortcut. This island is too large.
Loki,
Yeah,
it actually is. Like, I actually made a design snafu with this island.
Okay, I know.
Red Knight's like map movement was low-key designed for towns, and I think that I needed to refactor it, but I didn't. Oh well.
Well, they
Um,
wouldn't have been able to get here at all without the alabaster halls. So
So, what if we were to climb back up the rocks?
You could choose to do that.
but why?
Why would that?
Why
Well,
that?
that-
Our goal is the
You wouldn't
cave.
have to afford it. But
Yeah,
would-
that's true.
might still
It,
be
it,
there.
it would cost you 1 unit of time, and you would reach the top of the caves where you know at least 2 imps await you, but it would just be 2 imps. You know that they roll 3 dice apiece, and that one of them gets an automatic defense success, and one of them gets an automatic attack success.
I mean, right. So does that actually save us time, or is it equidistant in terms of time? Because if
Word.
that's how it is.
It wouldn't save you
Well,
any
I
time,
mean,
you'd be going
I think
backwards.
we should further. We don't know that there are only 2 imps there. Like whatever there was still like guarding the Demesne is, possibly still there.
Right, whatever. Either way, there's going to be an evasion attack, so I'm gonna roll.
Alright, so you guys are fording the river?
Yeah.
You're gonna need
Yes.
collectively. You're gonna need.
I'm
You're only gonna need 3 successes to ford this river.
Oh,
Collectively.
I think. Can I? Oh,
There's
I'm.
that.
I didn't-
He's
oh, well, we got it.
he's
I
loathing. A
literally
rage
have it
can get him. A rage can get him.
Yeah. You can
Thank you.
Yeah.
level me
Alright.
up. one,
The
please.
waters seem like weirdly active as you move through them, and you see that it looks like there's actually little darting fish in there, but not regular fish. When they open their maws, they have terrible demonic mouths, and as you look out over the water,
Yeah.
you see that the entire ocean is just teeming with demonic life, swelling up around.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
scary, you mean?
Two things. So because I'm basically carrying the entire party here, what I want to do is actually punch like a tree or something. And I don't know if this is how it works in the Red Knight, but like hypothetically, could punching a tree give me a surfboard? I don't know if that's.
Sorry,
I
what?
don't know if that's Red Knighty, but
I feel like actually, like, there's like a palm frond, and you can just you like hop on it, and then you silver surfer across, with the palm frond
Yeah,
like
yeah.
lights on fire, and it's sort of like
accurate.
it's like parting of the waves. Like, you let my people go through the gap, but also GG gets like 2 successes anyway, so like, the party overall is
You
fine.
just look like really had to show up there, huh?
I mean, it's the 2 people who like do crazy intense sports stuff for a living or travel.
Actually makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah,
thing
so
I
you
guess.
guys arrive in front of the cave, except rather than, unlike Plato's allegory, things are a little funky. Rather than giant stones, you see massive carved obelisks with
Nice.
strange characters on them jutting up out of the blood-red wake. And where there had been where there had been like puddles of water, there's more like red ichor-looking substance.
What the hell is this place?
Never really pegged Plato as having giant stones anyway. Yeah.
Is there something that strikes you guys as?
Stop
I
it.
Say this is
I would
this
hate-
is right out the 7th level of hell.
would
Okay,
hate to
that's
mop this
normal.
place. So much blood. Oh my god.
So sick of writing we can't understand. Why can't anyone leave a primer for their weird mystical ancient languages?
I don't know. Have you ever tried talking
Yes,
to any of
it's
them
too.
about?
Yeah, I don't
Have
know.
you seen a
Not
Have
really
you
listening
seen a
myself.
demon school anywhere where you can learn this crazy language?
I've
I
heard
think
my-
assuming idiotic language is assuming a lot. I mean, the one before was clearly a ninja seal, and I think we found something with the indigenous people. We've seen like their pictograms.
Oh,
Yeah, for
oh,
what we know,
Which
it's
clearly.
a
are
strange
these
thing.
reasonable either of those things? Or something else?
It was really clear to tell. To me, it just looks like scribbles. What do you mean it's clear to tell? Okay, no answer then? Well, I guess, what should we do?
Somebody
Just
had to
stare
comment
at
about
this?
how janitors are the best judge of ancient scripts, but she's not going to say it.
Classism on our island,
Classism
in your neighborhood.
in this,
It's more likely than you'd think.
in this
Oh my
conquered, I don't know, settler colony. More likely than you'd think.
Anything like that we can learn about the obelisks, or we move on? Like I asked a question, like waiting for like I just go
Oh.
to the cave.
Oh, I didn't hear you ask a question about the obelisks. My bad. If you
Okay, so like, does the script resemble any of the also unknown scripts we've seen previously, or is it a different one?
yeah, no, it looks like somewhat like the stuff on the doorknob. It looks like it looks somewhat reminiscent. It has through lines to what was seen in some of the other drawings, and also some of the stuff you've seen drawn in the priest's journal. It looks weird, but it seems to depict several demonic entities, and also a giant like fin is a constant motif, as well as chains from the sky and the full moon.
We've seen all that shit.
Yeah, you guys are free to
I
move
can't bring a camera.
wherever
Well,
you'd like.
where-
Yeah.
Whatever.
Right.
Okay, yeah, we go into the cave now.
Suppose so.
Yeah, why not?
Hmm.
I don't see anything
Yeah.
wrong.
Hina says,
We'll be
yeah, we just go
fine.
and we should just pop through the main chamber and just see what's going on. And
No.
yeah, you
Here's
guys enter into the cave.
It's so big.
Yeah. I think I'll
Let's
take the
zoom
rear.
out.
That's all right.
Oh yeah. I don't want to be the second person. No,
No.
no, 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 no. I want to be the third person. I don't want to be. I don't want to be the second. That's scary. It's gross.
Whatever, everybody walk in after me.
Yeah,
Give me a
there you
break here.
That's fine. You can go in first.
I don't care who's first or last. I'll
Is
go
it,
first.
is it like hot in here, Lee? Like
I
it looks
care.
hot.
No, but it is red in the red
Oh,
night.
it's-
Izzy, you come upon as you guys would get to about here, you hear the sounds of like people moving or something moving. I'm not sure they're people, but there's like splashings in the waters as you come here.
Which way
Hmm.
are they coming from?
And-
Like from like the water all around this like tidal pool. As you look at it, Izzy, when you were in here, it was like ankle deep in the real, but here in the red night, it seems like it's very dark and it could go quite a ways.
Right, remind me not to go into the fucking water then.
What about the bioluminescent mice? Like, what does it look like
Good
in the night?
question.
Interestingly enough, it isn't here at all. It is not represented in the red night.
What the fuck does that mean?
Nor are the ropes and the lights that have been deployed. In fact, as you begin to study this cave, Gigi, and compare it to what you saw during the day, it almost looks like the development of this cave isn't where it should be. Like you're in this cave over 1,000 years before it had degraded to the form that it is in the modern era.
Oh, fuck. I wonder if my hidey holes are still here.
Time travel
And
as
so-
well as spirit world travel, or just
So,
I'm worried.
Miss Hina, what is it we're supposed to be doing in here?
Hina will squawk and say, the seals. The 3 seals. We need to go check on them.
Right, well, weren't those at those tall rock things
Oh,
outside?
no. Those are more of wards. I mean, we don't need to be technical here. But the point is that we really just need to get past this room, so maybe if we just edge by the corners,
Okay,
nothing bad will happen.
Alright, whatever.
Hina really wants to get you
We
into
really
this
need
room.
to be better spiritual weapons. Why didn't I get a grenade that I loved and imbue with spiritual significance? Flamethrower.
Why didn't I bring my fucking surfboard? I'd love to surf over
No.
this shit.
Now, here's a question.
I can't say I do not.
You
disagree.
definitely feel like there's something moving within the waters. Do you guys...
the fuck off!
Okay, do you advance with caution or no caution whatsoever? Like, are you trying to sneak? Are you trying to use evading here? Or are you
Caution.
Alright.
Sure.
Yeah, alright.
Did you
Alright,
say
this-
evade?
Yeah, this is going to be a collective evasion against the highest evasion of whatever might hear you. You don't know what that is in advance, so you don't know how many successes you need.
God.
You know, like, I'd go so far as to say that, considering my rules, I'm feeling,
You have 6 days, remember.
feeling good.
I do?
Like,
Oh,
Yeah,
I know
feeling,
you're right.
Always your 6 days and everything.
perhaps one night even goes so far as to say I'm feeling rather gangster.
So at least one.
Nice. Yeah, I got 1 success.
Imagine rolling 6 dice,
Heck
getting
yeah.
a 1
If someone wants
success
to
now.
spike that 4 for me,
There you go. Oh,
I'd toss it over.
you know?
I
I
mean,
think
how
I
many
got shoved
successes
into
do
a
we need
wall,
here?
so I can't actually move myself, Lee.
Well,
Help.
Anyone
Thank
want to
you.
spike that?
That looks more normal.
Gunther, stand behind me.
Oh,
Oh,
sure.
that's what's
I know
good.
I can't. It'd have to be Walter or Gunther.
Hey,
So-
Walter Gunther. One of you want a 4? I've got one. You can just share it with the party. As a-
Yeah, you
I've
got
got a
it.
4-2.
Party. Is it
Yeah,
just
you
like
got
a
it.
party
I'll
check?
do-
yeah, it's a collective stick. It's a collective check.
Anyway?
You guys just have to stack more successes. As long as your successes are higher than the highest evade of whoever's trying to detect you, you'll succeed.
Can I spike this one from it's also a rage, right? And rage can spike rage? Is that
No.
how that works?
No.
No.
No, it's only complimentary, so we need the Logan people to do it. We just
Right.
assume, like, do we have to go through this song and dance every single time? Like, there's no reason for them not to spike these dice for free and give us additional successes.
Yeah, that's the point. You really don't.
Unless they specify otherwise, then I will assume.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, I've
like,
kind of been
if they say
assuming.
no, that's fine, but it feels like it's wasting time.
I concur.
That's fair. So you guys sneak by. You are.
I will auto spike anybody except for Zarina. I'll have to
What the?
debate my disdain over her.
That's some real roleplay. Not gonna lie, like.
Zarina will remember that
God.
shit.
She
Oh,
doesn't
that's
know.
great.
I haven't had this.
Yeah.
I spiked her
You-
so far.
Yeah, you guys find your way around to here, and you see that like the water's a little shallower here. As you come in, though, you do hear something rising in the chamber behind you. And
Oh,
you
God.
witness what appears to be almost like these weirdly pale snake entities that almost seem to walk like humans. You feel like you remember them from one of the gilded passageways. You see the seals, and Hina sort of like makes a sound, and she whispers in Gigi's ears that they look fine, but I don't know what that is moving around outside. They don't look like they should be here.
I think I know what it is. I've heard about this from the radio man. He said
Radio?
they're the guys from Wall Street.
Oh, right.
Oh, God.
Honey,
What?
bless your heart.
My God.
The real question is,
Based and red-pilled Walter N. Ossip knows that they're the lizard men who run Wall Street.
These-
I've done my research.
Are you okay?
Serena leans in and says,
Crazy kid?
I promise you, the men from Wall Street look quite a lot worse than that.
Good point.
Yeah, Zarina, you would know.
Actually,
Oof.
Walter would probably say, "Wait, really?"
You guys hear like a slithering
Yeah.
outside as you have
A fickle
presumably
kind.
you have sort of like a hushed conversation. I'm assuming.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
Um,
Hushed is talking about Wall Street.
They seem
Well, what do we do?
they seem addled. Like something's happened. Then you hear like a shifting of rocks, and they sort of stance up. They're looking like to the west, and then out of the east, you just see like muzzle flare, and you hear like bullet after bullet after bullet
What?
pour into the room. Except these bullets are like not the normal color. They're like imbued with ecstasy. They crackle with lightning.
Fuck.
And you see
Wow.
like in the sudden sneak attack, like all of these snake people have just been wasted. Their bodies are just like seeping this weird white goop into the waters. They seem almost emotionless, but in a primal way, like they could be any emotion. And from where you saw the muzzle flare, you see Mauti glowing in his very he's neutral. He's not a Cambion. He's not in a film. And you see him reloading the long magazine of his Uzi, pulling back the receiver, and then making his way towards you.
Does he like acknowledge us?
He hasn't seen you yet. You guys snuck really well.
Oh.
But I will say, in this chamber, while this transpires, you can study it. And Gigi, you see that one of these three pillars, one of them is Sanskrit, one of them is Latin, and one of them is a different language.
Whoa. Rosetta Stone?
Yep.
Wait, can I try to... Wait, so one is Latin, one is what, sorry?
One is written in Sanskrit.
Sanskrit.
You're not sure what language, but using the script Sanskrit.
And one is in
It-
something
Latin.
we don't know?
Yeah, something else
Yeah.
I see.
that you've seen in the Red Knight.
What
So,
kind of like characters does he use?
Weird, like some of them resemble Hindi, and
It's
there's a
the Red
line
Knight.
cutting through number of letters. Some of them almost seem pictographic. Others seem like they could be like a signature. It's not like to stare upon it is to invite madness. But you can
Nice.
stare
Let's see.
if you'd like.
Serena's gonna step out here
mhm.
and like reveal herself to Maudie.
Mauti sees you. His eyes go up, and he says,
He's gonna shoot you.
Hold, honey. Calm yourself.
So you got it.
Mauti says, I've got myself held, but what about you, ma'am? You're out.
Friends, we're friends.
You're out late. And he hears the voice, and he's like, oh, Gigi and Izzy. So you
She,
came here with
like,
them.
Serena like tips her cap to him and is like, "Pleased to make your acquaintance. You seem like you're awfully good at dealing with the creatures in this world.
Well,
Who might you be?"
let's just say I've had a long time to practice. And he says, my name is Mauti. Perhaps we could carry on a more tranquil conversation within. He gesticulates behind you.
I concur.
Yeah, Mauti comes back and crouches by this wall. And you also see there's like this weird like carved stone behind these three seals. And Mauti crouches here and sort of looks at you all and gives you a sup nod and looks at Hina and says, Hina, did you lead them here? And Hina's like, yes, Mauti. I needed to be sure things were all right. There's a molten chamber in the woods. It looks pretty troubling. Things aren't going according to plan. Mauti nods and says, yes, I see the alabaster halls have been coming unsealed. I came upon a few opened doors on my way out here.
Yeah, who
That's
did that?
that's bad, right? That's not good. Or what?
Now,
No, did we do that?
Mauti rubs his chin and says, the last time I was here, the angels sealed the alabaster halls. They were not
Oh.
wont to explain themselves.
The last time you're here, wait, how old are you?
Mouty smiles and says, "Never ask a man his age."
It's probably really old. Starting it out there.
But yeah,
Okay. So what's with the lizard people?
Mouty gesticulates and says, "Kura Island is a primal font. It should be kept free and cleansed of the tumultuous nature of human emotions and their ability to drag spirits from the red night into the real. However, not everyone who has ever been to this island has understood or respected that fact. And
Oh,
now-
shit, it's like a hell mouth, except
Incorrect.
hell is people.
And now,
Interaction with people.
Are
Men-
you trying to tell me that those the lizard people you just gunned down are real? Those are real human beings?
no, not as such. They
They look like
are
real people. Look at them. They're made out of lizard.
they are
I understand
something
that.
adjacent to us.
I see.
But they are not possessed of physical forms, at least not yet. He kind of gives you a look and shudders and says, "I feared telling you too much, as it could endanger yourself, but clearly you're involved, so you deserve to know.
Give us the whole spiel. I don't see how it's going to go the
These-
same old thing.
this-
going on.
This-
Or dump.
This
I love
seal,
danger.
this font, was once a temple, built by those who would seek power through surrendering themselves and becoming something else."
Interesting.
He looks at you all a little bit disturbed and says, "I would warn you, as you feel the alignment of your soul shift and the axis of your nature change, you will be less human than you were. In a way, it is related to what they are, but they are not just, they are not free. They are something worse than either. Something so alien to the profane that to come to where we are is to indelibly change it. Once released, they cannot be put back. But those things were merely wispish suggestions of what is to come. That which has crawled out from the cracks by mutating beyond what is within. You may have noticed that they were pale, without the emotions that we possess. Null,
That's a
in a core
bad
way.
thing, yeah.
They are bestowed of entropy. Something not to be found in pure form here without endless destruction following in its wake. Jealous men have come to seek this power. Men like Akim Godoy.
That's a
Yes,
I knew I couldn't trust that creep.
indeed.
interesting.
He and his agents have tried to make ready this place. The ritual that he will perform in 2 days' time is meant to break the seals here. That shark
what
Damien
ritual
is
is
bringing something great and terrible to unleash upon the land that would run the red night red with blood and bleed into the real in a terrible slaughter. The anguish and release of powerful emotions would be enough to break these seals. He points to the one written in Latin. The new seal has had to be reconsecrated, but the man who built it has long since died, and even he did not fully understand what he was doing.
Oh, so it's a structural weakness?
Indeed, they intend to slam into it. I
Oh,
believe
joy.
that they will play on some of the gaps and weaknesses of his own belief, the taint of guilt and his belief in the corrosion of sin, in order to overcome it. They will turn the ritual into an unbridled revelry that gives way to a bloodbath.
Damn. So I guess they're gonna unleash the refreshed Catholics. Ooh. Don't want to see what happens then.
In a sense, but rather they are attacking the weakness that his ideology created. There is a thinness to his ward, and although he poured his essence into this seal unknowingly with his prayers, they formed links that have weaker spots. One breaking is not enough to undo the seal, And the seal can only be undone during this coming red night, this great full moon, where the red moon and the pale moon intersect, where the possibility of the cosmos meets with the fullness of the spirit world. We cannot allow this to come to pass, and Damien cannot be allowed to gain ingress to this place. I have
Is he
come to
talking
defend
about
it.
But the pale moon and the blood moon? Is he talking about the two moons out there, or is he talking about our world and this world?
Are you going to ask him?
Yeah, no,
Yes.
that's what I'm saying out
Yes.
loud.
The reason that we as humans can come to this world, and for longer and longer times each night, you will notice, and later into the night,
I want to say that one.
Is that-
Suck, dude.
is that we are experiencing a weakening of the veil between the spirit and the real.
I mean, we've only done this for one night, so
So you're
when does this
saying
one end?
that it'll get longer and longer. Will there be a point where there is no return?
Mauti says, that shouldn't happen. He is like, no, of course not. That definitely can't happen.
I don't believe you. You've said so much stuff that be like, hey man, this should be right. I hate this so much.
Mauti says it should grow by about, to our understanding, 10 minutes each night. You realize that this means that you're not
Wait
4
a
of 6, but
second.
rather at 4 of 7.
Oh. Well, that's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, so you'll have more time each red night. And the red night will begin a minute later in the real. When the moons align,
Oh, wow, that's
something powerful will be possible.
So basically,
ritual.
we have plenty of time.
Oh, very
Okay,
Funny.
so what
Saying,
do unless we're gonna go kill like these guys in the real, which I think we probably shouldn't do for legal and ethical reasons.
I'm
Mauti,
saying like,
Mauti, yeah,
At least legal ones.
Mauti, like, you see that he has sort of like a shoulder holster that looks disguised as just like a sarong, and he puts it in there, and he whips out a javelin, with a harpoon, a curved hook harpoon end. It flows with an electrical power, but also a simmering something else. This is clearly a very spiritual weapon. More spiritual than any other item you've ever seen, in fact. To gaze upon it is like the madness that comes from looking into those ancient characters, but instead,
I want one.
an ecstasy, an overwhelming energy. And Mauti says, I intend to hunt the shark that Damien has chained. If I can kill it, we will rob them of the power to complete their ritual.
And does this here Damien walk on the wild side like us?
Yes, it is undoubted that Damien has become waking through fell rituals and crooked dealings with those from
Yes.
beyond. He has dickered away his own soul to become a vessel for something that only appears like Damien.
I see.
So as far as I see it, you wish us to intervene with this man while you go and shark hunting?
Mauti says, yes, Akeem Godoy. I don't know what he's plotting, but I know he's come here and made ready the ritual site. He has to be cooperating with Damien. There's no other explanation. However, I will say, me and my colleague weren't able to confirm any communication between the two of them. It's possible that both have taken this strange entity into themselves, and neither of the men from the real understood or cooperated with one another. That means that they might not be working with a very up-to-date version of each other's plans. We could use this as a wedge, if worst comes to worst.
But-
Either way, Akeem is definitely up to something. Murder isn't going to solve the situation. However, if you could come up with proof that he intended to do something illegal or unethical in the real, or force some change of his heart through changes within the Red Knight, perhaps you could deny Damien an important ally, an individual who could try to trigger some fail-safe effort to break the seal. Beyond that, it is very important that you keep an alignment between the heavens and hell, between justice and freedom.
And why is that? Serena says as like she lets her like giant ass tongue Fucking
He looks at it, he says,
super obvious.
the further that you drift, the closer you come to dematerialization. You'll no longer be people in the real world. Additionally,
That's pretty mellow.
there are angels and demons in this place, and the profane spirits. The profane spirits exist in alignment between them, as an ecosystem. Overfish any of them, and the others will grow too powerful and spread too large. Additionally, there are demesnes, which control... There are areas in loci of control. Some of them need to remain, but others appear to have been newly made. I think Akeem is behind it. I don't know what he's planning, but it's possible that he intends to use them to draw out a misalignment, or perhaps force the supremacy of one side. It's also important to note that even if the plans of those within, he gesticulates at the wall, fail, the angels and the demons might have their own designs, and they might not end well for the profane world, the one that you and I return to after the Red Night. I would caution you against taking any demon or angel at their word. The angels are unlikely to lie, but their versions of ethics and morality are so alien as to ours as to be almost incomprehensible. Their idea of justice is not what you or I think of.
And the demons, they just fucking do whatever the fuck they want here.
They're not demons. They
The
just
demons.
lie.
The demons. Yes, the demons will lie and cheat to get whatever they want, although, when dickering, they are bound to their word, if they have made an agreement. Around this time, he opens his mouth. He says, "Now, Hina, I need you to listen to me. You need to leave this island." And Hina's like, "Oh, what do you mean?" "Listen, I know you've been sent to observe, but I fear that the angels have designs upon you." And Hina's like, seems confused, but there's a flash of light coming from the other room, and Mauti says, "Oh no. Listen,
What?
I don't have time to explain,
Oh no.
but take Hina away from this place." And Mauti runs out here and dives into the water. The burst of light dying down as he goes in, an inky pillowing of something like blood rising to the surface after him, spurting across the deep. Hina looks disturbed and says,
Hey, Hina. I think it's time for us to go.
I would tend to agree. It's
Hina sort of chirps and says, well, yeah, Gigi, I guess we probably want to get a little bit further away from here.
Are we just gonna not help him? Like, what if he's dead? He was our best chance of
But he's
stopping the
dead.
whole
We
thing.
gotta get Hina out.
Hina, when you launch the possibility of him dying, saying, "Oh, don't worry, these little shells are nothing to him. If anything here could beat him, he would have died a long time ago."
Yeah, I get the feeling that it's some like ancient
Okay.
motherfucker from a while ago.
Hina's like, "I don't know about
he seems to
ancient.
have his
He's
work
younger.
figured out.
He's younger than me."
Yeah, right, but you're probably
Yeah, I don't even want to know within the ballpark
Okay.
of how old you are, honey. Let's just get moving.
It's really not worth dickering over.
So, like, there's
Oh,
other
wait, I
cops
mean
here. Do they
something else.
do anything?
Up in there, they
Yeah.
don't really.
You guys could explore this cave and see what's going on within it, or you could depart the
But I'm
cave.
like- So does my phone work in this world or not?
No, it just shows you a blank. Like
Damn.
it's frozen at whatever it was towards the end.
Would I have a piece of paper?
I don't know. Also, Madeline, you've been cutting out in and out a little, but I thought you tried to say something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
think
I
I'm
was just
incredibly
like, yeah,
sorry.
is there any supposed to not leave the cave? Like, are we having to move by the map piece by piece in case we get attacked or something?
Just let me know if you leave the cave. Otherwise, you can just like show me the places you go to. I know Pat's zooming around, but like I can't update at that speed. So like, yeah, I'm gonna need to know where everyone goes more or less if you stay together or split up.
Why are we searching the cave? I thought we were only supposed to check the seals. Like,
No, I'm not.
We were
actually-
told to leave. I want to leave. Like,
Yeah, I'm ready to
Yeah.
leave too.
Okay.
I
Seems
don't want
like
to
we
get
only
like
have
a
one
smashing
choice.
of the
yeah, that is not a man I wish to piss off. Thank you very much.
pole totems, but I guess it's not gonna happen.
Okay. So yeah, you guys come out and you see that these things They look like they're a little bit strained. Like there's beginning to be cracks forming across them.
Oh, it is time for us to leave.
What's more, you see
Yeah.
that there are
Not belong
chains.
here.
Massive
Jeez.
celestial chains. Orange ones looping into one. Purple looping into another. And red ones looping into the central one. And those chains arc up into the sky, and you see through like a deep cloud that has almost like a halo of light within it. The chains are reaching out through it. And when you gaze upon it, it's almost like it's yet too close, yet too far. A far sky, at once twisting with the vapors, and yet still. Almost like the fluffy clouds of a classical painting. And as you step outside, Hina's like, oh gosh, this really is giving me deja vu. It's just like last time. Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to let that happen this time, was I? Hina's like,
Oh.
We're not your first adventuring party, are we?
Hina's like, oh no, but don't worry, you're doing way better than the last one. Hina is gonna like.
Honey, I am not the kind of person to let myself get used. You better start talking quickly.
Hina's like, oh, I found that telling people too much actually really doesn't help their odds.
No. I don't.
We have
Are
an
they
insane
descending from the
bird.
chains or not? Like, I don't think we want to stick around.
Nothing's descending from the chains. It almost looks like the chains are tugging up at them and like lifting them up out of the blood red waves.
Okay, so what are those things, Hina? Those aren't the seals, but they're also a form of protection?
Yes, they're the wards. They're the profane wards. They keep angels and demons out of this place. That's why only profane
Oh.
spirits and outsiders can come here. Or insiders, I suppose they'd be called here.
And they seem to be
Seen this
profanely
movie.
weakened.
Yeah, of course you can still
Okay,
come.
Look, I feel like
yeah.
we're
Sorry.
going about this all wrong. Like, look, we basically have nothing except some random soul bits and a lot of confusing information. Like, is there somewhere we can find, I don't know, better weapons? Or, stronger spiritual power? Like, how the hell are we going to stop anything in our current condition?
He
We are.
is
We're gonna run.
he is like
Our ass is kicked by imps, and we're expected to go up against, like, a demon possessing a guy like a puppet?
Does running count?
Running.
Hina's
Use my legs.
Hina kind of like croaks a little and says like flies up and says, "Oh well, I don't know. I'm kind of divided here. It's like there's one part of me that says, oh, teach them alchemy, and another that says, oh, you know how that goes." She flies a little, and you guys see the sky above her opens up. The sky above her opens up, and it's almost like there's like a little ray of light around Hina, almost like an angelic ray of light. And she says, but maybe if we work together to see the light, you can grow stronger. And I can help you can help imbue those items with spiritual energy. I mean, the experiences you have with them will make them stronger. And speaking of which,
Oh God, this is the part we all signed a little piece of paper.
Gigi.
To get happy for us.
Gigi, your hat counts as a mundane shroud. And as Hina says that, you realize that your hat has become a spiritual shroud. And it has a null essence. What that means is somebody with stasis can actually put an essence into your hat. And Hina's like, yeah, see? And I think that you guys feel like a disturbance, like wind pushes away from Hina. Oh, sound comes from above. Hina's like, you know what? Yeah, I think that to really keep us on balance here, I should let you guys know something about me. Really come clean about the whole thing. And in an instant, you see a giant black cleaver shear straight through Hina as she gets Final Fantasy VII'd. And then, popping out either side, you see two different Hinas. One shadow, one red-eyed. And
What?
There's two of them.
yeah,
No.
and there's a giant spiritual weapon, Starlight Cleaver, just like embedded in the shore.
Starlight Cleaver.
Yeah, it looks like a very significant spiritual weapon.
That is pretty hardcore.
I try to pick
I'm
it up.
assuming I can't
All right,
touch it.
so Hinatea with Red Eye edit Hinatea is going to like try and like eye beam anyone who comes near, and then like squawks and says, the order of heaven must be preserved, and then fly off. Meanwhile, this Hina walks forward and says, "Why, hello, I am Hinari.
Oh, fuck.
Allow me to teach you the black arts." And she sort of like flicks her tail, and a massive grimoire floats up out of the shadow.
I want it.
Can I try to
Got a
pick up
bad
the book?
feeling
The
I want the book.
cleaver?
Yeah, you guys can lift the Starlight Cleaver.
Yeah.
It is,
I feel like you're the lead here. You know, what the fuck happened to you? Like, I assume that moon creatures are equally divided into, like, demonic and angelic. Why would that make any sense?
Hinari says, "Oh, yes, forgive me.
Would it
You
make
see,
sense if they-
my sister and I had been combined for quite some time as part of a petty ruse concocted by Maoti.
Mhm.
We are
Right, well, I
representations
don't
of the two sides of the moon, the dark and the light.
Mhm.
I am
So why are
weaker
you-
now than my sister due to the coming full moon. I am afraid I can't be of more assistance, but I do have much knowledge. And yeah, for the spiritual power within the Moonlight Cleaver, it is Annihilate 2. Actually, it's Annihilate 3.
Whoa. I like the name of that ability.
Scrolling, trying to see what it does.
It's the one that lets you spend mask to get that. Like, you can spend 3 mask to roll 3 more dice in a
I
fight.
see. Spend
Yeah.
1 mask per 3 dice, right?
No.
Annihilate many masks to gain dice at 1 right?
Yeah, we'll work on. Point is, yeah. So that's the Starlight
So
Cleaver.
I can get 3.
Yeah. So
with 3
basically,
masks per
Zarina, did you
dice.
pick up like the Buster Sword
I mean,
from the Sands?
do I?
I mean, I don't know. Would you? Yeah, you checked out. You come up and
Do
check it
I
out.
feel anything? Oh, like I was able to pick it up?
You were able to pick it up. You look at it, and you see that while it has like a jet black surface, it has twinkling little lights within it, almost like stars captured within the blade. Hinari explains, "I believe that this was sent by an angel." And as you pick it up, Zarina, you realize that it doesn't really like you. It doesn't. It's not gonna stop you from wielding it or make it worse. But it's not really a fan of you. Like if this was used to decapitate you, it wouldn't mind.
Yeah, and what is the book?
The book is like a floating massive grimoire, and it opens up, and you see the script that you've been seeing in the Red Knight bleed into a language all of you can understand. You think it's whatever language you guys are most familiar with reading, probably English, but you can tell that it's almost like fuzzy at the edges until you look at it, like it's being translated as your eyes hit it. Hinari says, "This grimoire will convey knowledge of alchemy to you." Now,
I love the music.
Yeah.
there is
So
There is much to be done, my dark acolytes. Tell me, how far are we from a place of rest? I have labored long within that construct.
I mean-
right.
I guess Serena would like hand Gigi the cleaver then.
Alright, yeah.
You're gonna
Sorry?
give it to me.
Don't you already have a
Fuck's sake.
weapon?
Do I?
He has a mundane weapon, but not a spiritual weapon.
So if I gave it to you, we're gaining 1 die total. If I give it to Gigi, we're gaining 2 die total.
No, it's
Oh.
still 1 die total. I have a
No,
normal
it's-
weapon.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll just carry it then.
Also, I thought you said Hina, by the way, not Gigi. I'm fine with Gigi.
Did I? I don't know. Whatever.
I
My
misheard.
bad.
I misheard you.
But yeah, I mean, okay. I'll carry it, I guess then.
Guys, like loot distribution is not the key issue here. I'm sorry, like dark acolytes and the
Yeah,
evil divided.
also that.
It seems like I just
Okay.
I mean-
died.
I mean,
I mean, my character is
Where-
not chill with it.
honey, I've seen worse in this world so far.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I mean, I have too, but
What?
Inari
No,
says,
nobody's
I would definitely say-
troublemaker.
I would definitely say that our guide splitting into two is not one of the weirdest things we've seen in here so far.
yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Okay.
But,
Fair enough.
what is the cost of learning about alchemy? Right? There's got to be something in it.
Hinori's like, oh, it'll probably just take you an hour or two. I mean, you know, depending on if you're a quick learner.
Probably. I don't like probably.
Well, I mean, you know, it's a heavy read, and it's going to be some foreign concepts to you, but I get the sense that it'll come naturally to you. You all seem like you've got something of a knack, really.
I don't like reading. Is there an audiobook?
Hinari is like, I suppose one of you could read it to the others, but that's all beside the point. My memories from the time when I was combined are a bit hazy, but I seem to recall that there was a gilded chamber of some concern, a molten chamber even.
Yeah, no, that's a problem.
Yes. The strictures of justice attempted to prevent me from telling you everything you needed to know to fully cleanse any disturbance.
Interesting.
Yes.
All right.
I think you will find me
yeah.
quite the open book compared to my sister.
Yeah, right. And your sister, what's she up to now?
Hinata? I can't say. She departed
Yeah,
swiftly.
Don't you know her? Like, what's she loath to do in a circumstance
Well,
such as this?
Loath? Well, she's loath to engage
Like
in,
the story.
to divulge information to people she doesn't have to, but she is fain to, well, I suspect she's trying to keep whatever order of heaven she perceives as being most important at the moment.
Cool. And you're like an agent of hell or something.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I'm more of an agent of freedom. But the concept you have down here with your demons is all very dirty and droll. To me, things are a little different on the moon.
And are there other spirits on the moon? I hate that I'm the only one talking here, but you don't know. You
Oh,
don't know
well,
what's mentioning.
there are lots of things on the moon, but I confess that I have been away so long I don't know how many yet remain. There were things very much like spirits on the moon, but there weren't any humans, except for, you know, a couple times.
Right.
They left a trail of amazement.
Great. I mean, I do care a lot about what's on the moon in the abstract, but right now I feel like we have bigger fish to fry. Like,
Yeah,
do you know any way
agreed.
of not having the profane markers yanked from here? Like, can we do that with
Yeah.
our fancy new spirits?
Yeah.
Starlight.
So
Leading
what do
into
we need to
whatnot.
do to protect the
I'll
world
face the
from
party.
the collapse of both heaven and demons, angels and demons?
Hinari thinks about it, and Hinari looks at
Oh, wait, I forgot the
Hinari-
gruff voice. That was the wrong voice.
Yes, give us
Sorry.
the gruff voice.
Yeah. So what do we gotta do to save the world? Save the world from you stupid angels and demons.
Hinari says, yes. I see that the angels are attempting to yank out these profane wards. Well, quite simply, I believe that, strangely enough, that instrument of heaven would be the perfect weapon. Which raises questions as to why it was sent down after us. Although I am appreciative of the gesture. I would say that if a weapon such as that was wielded by one of repulsing dominant emotion, they could break those chains. And you see that there is a loathing chain, a rage chain, and a vigilance chain.
Right, well, I've got the one that is
Oh,
We have
great.
like none of the repulsing emotions for her.
Right, I'm kind of pissed about that. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, we literally don't
Oh.
have a single one.
We could amplify them.
Yes, Inari says, I
Yeah.
suppose you could. Yes, I mean, you are waking vessels, and there's rage and vigilance, and I mean, you could strengthen the chain's pulls upon these wards. I warn you that to do so would invite angels into this place. Angels who might not believe you have any place of being here, even if you did help them arrive.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Of course,
Yeah.
ultimately, the choice is yours. You are free to do as you see fit.
Seems like we don't have much of a choice.
I believe
Yeah,
that...
see,
No,
see, you
I
say
mean,
that.
yeah, we
Don't
do
you
have
want to?
choices. Like, we could not, amplify it. That seems like a great choice right there.
Well, it doesn't seem like a good idea to. I'm not serious when I suggested that.
Then what?
I was just wondering what would happen.
I'm like,
good guy.
Walter, now is not the time to be funny.
Yeah, Inari
I
would-
wasn't trying to be funny. What do you think's gonna happen? Do you know
He's
have all the
the one
answers?
gonna
I get that you're supposed to be smart, but it doesn't mean you have to know everything.
Yeah, I
Well-
did not know.
Need admiration and amazement and terror. I mean, I guess I could go kill another sky crab. One of those.
Right, yeah. I mean, is vigilance one of the opposite emotions?
Yeah,
We know
so-
what to find those motherfuckers.
So it's no vigilance is not.
Yeah, didn't think so.
We need adoration, terror, and amazement.
Good luck with that.
yeah, so...
So I reckon that we.
I haven't been amazed in my
We
life.
need to learn. Give me that dark book of alchemy. I bet there's something about purging emotions there, which will enable us to get the emotions that we want.
Yeah, right. I'll be-
you flip through and you see that there's soulectomies and there's soul slides and various ways to get bits of essence out of your soul. The book seems to give you an idea of it. Hinari suggests that you might want to spend a day in the real studying it before you detect soul surgery, but would also say, but you do have a limited frame of time in which to work, so perhaps experience really is the best teacher. But
Yeah, no, that's
one
actually-
word of warning Hinari would offer is that every soul surgery performed upon you conveys 1 point of exhaustion.
Of course it does. Okay, how do you do a soulectomy? Can I just take the rage out of my soul?
Indeed, although you would suffer a -1 dice modifier to operate on yourself.
Well, I'm reading the book too.
Well, I mean, I guess could someone else do it? And also, have we really considered the implications if the angels send down this sword and we're taking is this just a double bluff? Are we falling into their trap? Oh my god.
Hinari muses and says, given that the wards guard against both angels and demons, I suppose it's possible. And yes, they had to have a reason to send down that blade. The Starlight
Is
Cleaver.
that like anything else?
What did you ask, Pat?
Is the blade good at anything else? Is there another reason they might have sent it?
Well, it's severed me from Hinatea, and I
Right, well, that
suppose
seems like something that they want to do.
yes, especially considering Hinatea is far more powerful than I. The agents of heaven have gained a more powerful agent than you have. I am embarrassed to admit.
That's kind of a pisser, I'm not gonna lie. Can you go refuse with that?
You're not making me like you very much, honey.
Inari says,
Me? Yeah, that's fair.
No.
I'm kind of
Inari would say, I have no desire to refuse with my sister, and she no desire to refuse with me. Mauti had to deceive us very extensively to bring about the entity known as Hina.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
how
that's
do you do
awful.
that?
Indeed. All because I sought to spread knowledge, and Hinatea sought to spread, devastation, but that's neither here nor there.
I think it's probably
Well,
gonna be
okay.
here because Hinatea is out again pretty soon.
But, yeah, no, This is all kind of a pisser. Shit.
Yeah. So
Really makes me want to punch something.
Hinari would float
Yeah,
around
no,
and
that's
say, if you're looking for any particular emotion, I am quite versed on the spirits, profane and otherwise. I could help you hunt for something. And I can fly. She spreads her wings and sort of soars up a bit. Let me know what your appetite is, and I'll look for some hors d'oeuvres.
I would say somewhat of a little bit of amazement, terror, and admiration.
Well, so look, yeah, like I've got 1 amazement, 1 terror, and 2 rage in my soul in terms of emotional makeup. So, like, we remove the rage, then I would have both of those, and I'd have to pay a mass to switch between them. Or I get enough additional emotion to overwhelm the rage.
Then, I think you should make
And we
like a
don't have
trophy wife and start cutting.
Admiration, I don't think.
Yeah, I think I'll move us
Well,
back to the...
Someone else should perform surgery on me.
Agreed. I do say I do have quite a steady hand if you catch my drift.
Yeah,
Alright,
do that dark alchemy.
By the way, I
No.
also did explicitly state that I'm reading the book as well.
Yeah, so you guys are reading the book. You feel like you'd have to spend to actually read this book and learn. You're going to need to spend an action in the reel.
Yeah.
But to follow the diagrams and just sort of fucking go for it, you can just do that right now.
Hmm.
Want to do that?
Perhaps
That
not.
sounds like a good idea. I'm down for it. Give me a knife. Wait, I've got a knife. All right. What are we doing?
No.
You see that there's a certain way that you form your hand, and like a spiritual scalpel extends from it.
What?
No. Go on and put that away right
Does
now.
I mean, are you interested? Because apparently I've got a spiritual scalpel now. So
Can I do the same thing? Does the same thing happen?
Yeah. You guys make the same hand, and like a beam of like an energy triangle pops off of your hand, like floating near it.
I see.
damn, that's like some Naruto ass shit. I've never watched Naruto. Does that happen in Naruto? Whatever.
Amazing.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
So, I would say, Hinari, is that your name?
Indeed. And I can instruct to give you a bit of a boost.
Yeah. Would you look at that? Got a teacher here.
You don't think me spending a little bit of time here with this book would be a much better idea first?
Inara says, I suppose you could glean a bit in a half an hour, but to be quite frank, making a full study of it is going to take a while. And with the Red Knight's time is ticking. If you'd like to seek out anything within it to add to your present arsenal, then you'd best do that before.
That was my idea.
Additionally, know that it will drain you of some essence of yourself to try and cut another soul with that scalpel. Basically, to do a soul surgery, you have to spend 1 mask.
Understandable.
Hinari, do you know where something with admiration in its soul can be found?
Yes. There is something like that I could lead you to. And Hinari is gonna fly up a little, squawk, and fly down and say, it's just nestled in the cliff face to the northwest of here. And it would take you 10 minutes, but you could get there. And more or less, this is the map location. And Hinari would say, it would appear to be a crab of some sort with significant defenses. It flies.
A
What?
flying crab.
Quite so.
Good
I hate
God,
the
this
Red
world
Knight.
never ceases to amaze me.
Yeah, it's kind of bullshit. Fuck this.
When crabs fly, I guess that's a.
Indeed.
Crap.
There appears to be there is one admirable crab, and then 3 terrifying crabs. They seem to be subsidiary to the crab in some way.
Seems like the place to me.
I suppose, yeah. It's got all the things we need, honestly.
All right. We tick down to 5 of 7. You guys move through the red night. As you do, you hear like growl, growl, and all sorts of weird shuddering sounds coming up from within the jungle during the red night. There's a shifting in the waves as well as you see the teeming little beasts. And in the sky, you see angels suspended by chains. A little bit closer than they used to be. And of course, the moon almost completely aligned. Just 2 days now. And yeah. You guys move around. And you come upon what would appear to be some spiritual crabs. 3 of them. Ones you've seen before. They appear terrified. But one of them appears powered rather by admiration.
Well, all right then.
Cool.
I guess we get the tussling.
Yeah, seems like it.
Right. They're not going to initiate the fight, but they're not going to get away from you either.
That's true. Just dicker with them. I mean, we haven't tried that yet.
Yeah, you could. They don't seem like they would be completely unwilling to engage in dickering right now.
I mean, I suppose.
Hello, horseshoe crab. How would you?
Hi there. Have you considered assumption today?
These crabs retreat a little terrified. The larger one,
big one.
the larger one comes forward and sort of hums, and it reaches this weird sound, and you see like a little flitting of its strange eyes within the carapace, and you get the feeling like it's like, you know, I wasn't thinking of it, but I'm not opposed. What do you got to offer?
Right, well, I've got nothing really for you. I'm not the one here talking.
You can tell that both of them have 2x1 souls.
I don't really know like how to conceptualize that.
Like,
I mean, there's only 2 shapes of 2
Like
by 1.
Legos, it's 1 and 1.
You
Look,
can
I don't-
rotate it too.
here.
So
It's fine.
it
This is what their souls look like.
Cool.
Chill.
Okay.
I'm like, none of them come diagonal, do they? Like, they're usually attached.
No,
I mean, I
there,
might jinx myself.
there is like a semi-diagonal format, but it's not this one.
Okay. All right. So
But that's
in
not.
that-
It's still not even 2 by 1 technically. Like,
Yeah. So in that case, and they can be rotated.
Yeah.
So what are they asking for? I'm sorry, I already got.
I
they
mean,
don't. They're asking for an offer. Is what they're
Yeah.
asking.
Yeah, just any offer?
So you guys would enter in as the propositioners, and they don't seem like hostile. You could not assume any of them, and they wouldn't attack you afterwards. They just fuck off.
I don't know. How would you like some free mop water? I mean, I can give you a nice. I can give you a nice free place to sleep or hang out. It's in a
Good
cozy little
lord.
bed.
Can somebody put a
It's
muzzle
mop
on that one?
bucket. I
Yeah,
also
no.
have a second mop bucket in case I
I
run out.
swear to God.
They come near the mop buckets and they seem interested, but they want you to like wring out the mop, and you realize that when you wring out the mop, you'll be wringing out your own essence into the mop as you bleed mask through its many tendrils.
Tendrils.
It's a
What kind of
mop.
a mop
dude.
is this?
Yeah,
Normal mop. It's got
It's the mop out of
the
space.
normal mop with a tendrils.
You just said tentacles.
What's
going on here? What's wrong with my coworker?
Look, I've never
Hey,
actually.
I haven't gone eldritch yet. So.
You say just yet?
Yeah, and also they're all alignment 0. They're profane. It won't impact your alignment. But yeah, basically they're formed up, ready for a dickering offer. Walter, you could offer them some of your mask. You could also they won't really physically exist after being assumed, so they wouldn't like really live in your like storage closet or like bedroom. But you know, you could invite one of them to, and maybe it would.
Do we have anything else we can even offer them?
Other than mask, I mean,
If you're going to assume them, mostly mask. If you're going to not assume them, but you want them to do something for you, then there's a couple other options. but the thing is, it would have to be something that they would be able to receive before they entered your spirit.
So mask. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna be like looking at one of the tailwinds and like, hey, little buddy, I'll feed you a mask if you come into my soul.
It's bashful and it's terrified, but it's thinking about it. And yeah, so these are the terror ones. This is the admiration one. I think at this point, it's
Do we have to make an offer for all of them?
Nope, only ones you want.
Okay.
At this point, I will create. So all right, so GG, we've got a desire pool for you consuming one of the small ones, and then does anybody want the one with admiration?
I don't want to spend mask on it, so no.
Okay. Anybody going
we have to offer up at least one mask here, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, I suppose if we win hard enough, we don't have to pay anything, right?
No, I think you do have to pay at least one mask, regardless of what you win under the new rules.
Yeah.
To do? Okay.
Just curious,
Yeah.
how much of the day is left? Or night is left? Sorry.
We're 5-7. It's in the chat.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so you're at like
So in
50
that
of 70 minutes.
I feel like if there was more
20
time,
minutes.
I might be worried about having less minutes. But of course, I don't want to go down to 2 minutes.
Yeah, bear in mind, I will say this
Even if
thing's
it is-
shell seems hard. It's elemental to its spirit. It seems like you'd get some of that if you consumed it.
Ooh,
Ooh.
shield.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, okay. That also does actually sound quite useful.
But if there's only 2, right? Or is there 3?
Well, is
There's
it-
just one of the admiration
Okay, there's
ones.
only one admiration crab, and then there are 3
Yeah.
terror
yeah.
crabs.
I will say, Walter, you don't have dominance, and you wanted it to be able to eat things that you beat down, and these things do have dominance.
Oh, true. Actually, I need that as well. Fuck.
I do need a dominance. So
Go on,
I'll go
happy
for
hour.
a little.
You go for one.
All right.
I'll
go
give
for-
him a little. I squeeze
I'll actually
out
go
that
for the big one.
I squeeze.
All right. So
out the-
Zarina, you're going for the big one. GG and Walter are both going for a side one. Gunther and Izzy, are you going for either of these profane spirits, or are you just going to be backing up your gang?
No,
No,
I
really,
just back up.
I'm just gonna back them up, I
All
guess.
right.
If they're doing...
All right. In that case, give me your initial dickering roll. Then they'll roll.
Gunther,
Then you'll allocate. And they'll allocate.
Wow. Okay.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
really
re-roll one
have
of
a big roll.
those.
So, because my spiritual item is just kind of like an extra 2d6 to everything? Or a D6?
No?
Yeah. No.
What?
Just evasion, yeah?
Just evasion, yeah.
Evasion.
Just
Yeah.
evasion.
Yeah. If you have an object that's jewelry or a spiritual object that's jewelry, that goes your 1 or 2 for dickering.
Well,
No.
it's,
just a-
yeah, no, I'm not very helpful this combat, I guess. Oh wait, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. There's a lot less dice than I actually rolled, so there should only be 2 stickering. I forgot.
What did Walter roll?
Yeah. But
Get a roll call?
but I mean, a loathing can pump it up.
Ooh,
Cole,
I
are
can bump it
you
up.
gonna roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Pump it.
rolling.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
I can make Cole's for 5. Or
I'm gonna
not
give
5, but
Well, yeah,
I'll make Cole's for an ecstasy. And could you make this for a vigilance goal?
I mean, you can't do that anymore. Cole is loathing now, not
Yeah, I
vigilance.
spent a mask.
I'm
on
loading.
Oh
it,
right,
so-
my bad. Never mind.
Yeah, but there's enough rage to go around.
Hatter, I could do it. Yeah, got plenty of rage.
Yeah. Walter,
Yeah,
I'll be
unlock.
back
yeah.
to vigilance one day.
I'll pop
I'm
it.
sorry.
yeah,
That's why I
just
threw the
that.
vigilance imps at you, Cole. I'm sorry. But yeah.
Well, I tried to take him, but yeah, we suck.
Yeah. So they.
Right, I kind of
I should have just climbed up the mountain myself.
Not gonna lie.
Lee, can I?
Right, I would have gone. I
Hmm?
still want to go.
Can I draw a card here?
Yes, you may.
Can you recall all the cards? Because I have like a bunch
Yep.
of them in my hand.
Yep. All right, you
think I
start to
have the
shift
one
the
that-
deck. All right, and let me shuffle. Yeah, bam, draw.
All right.
Throw it out, slap it on the table. Grief.
Not useful to me.
That grief is complementary to loathing. No, hold on. Grief is complementary.
Yeah,
yes, it
loathing.
is. It is complementary to loathing. So, is it all
So
yours, or is it
it's
everybody
one
on your
loathing?
sides?
What I have written is, you may choose to draw one. It augments all your dice. That's all it says.
No, yeah, I think in this case, it'll augment all the ones put in the pot with you, so you could get grief on them. If there was a 4 from Gunther or whoever,
Yeah.
but Gunther got a 5. Alright, so you guys have rolled, they've rolled, it's allocation time, baby.
Oh wait, did I do?
Did I give anyone one?
So these circles represent, like, the assumption dicker.
Yeah.
Let me do my
for-
rerolls. I forgot I have one reroll. Ah, never mind.
So yeah, Gunther, throw your dice wherever you're gonna throw it.
My buddy Walter.
Fair. Alright, so here's how that winds up getting distributed. This Crabula spends 1 mask to up itself. One of these comes out here on Gigi, gets beaten down. All of you wind up with a 1 mask cost dicker to assume.
Cool.
Okay.
And yeah.
What's in the box?
Sucks.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Yeah, so you see that so there's 1 admiration in this fella. There's 1 admiration, and the spiritual power is shield 1.
Nice. Wait, there's no dominance?
Nope, that's the small ones.
Oh, I thought you meant the big ones had dominance too. Well, fuck.
My bad. But yeah, and they've also got Terror 1. So, yeah, you guys all just like mark your blue down, down by 1 as you spend 1 mask, and then slurp, slurp, slurp.
I just realized I literally can't fit this.
Oh no!
That was so
You'll
fucking
mark us
stupid.
down, or we should mark it down.
I'll mark it down.
That was actually the stupidest thing I've ever done. What am I doing?
Okay, we can flip these, right? Because I want mine the opposite way around.
Yeah, you can rotate it. So this is by Gigi, this is by Gunther, and this is by Zarina. All right, so yeah, we'll handle Zarina last because I probably have to set a precedent here, one way or the other. But yeah, so Gigi, I'm assuming you want to slam the terror on top of the other terror and get the terror too. Bam! All right, yeah,
Yep.
you now have dueling emotions and can spend a mask to change your dom.
Wait, so you don't just automatically get the new one as your dominant and then have to change back?
Actually, yeah, that feels like that kind of feels right to me. Honestly, I would say
it feels like obviously it's a benefit right now, but that also just feels more normal. I mean, I think we need a ruling one way or another here.
I think it's player's choice when they first get it for free, to be honest. Because it's possible that like you won't have eaten. But
I want terror dominant, obviously.
All right, yeah, and Gunther, how do you want to put this 1 terror dominance 1 into your soul?
It was Walter. I thought that fought for it.
It's Walter, not
Oh,
me.
oh wow, I'm very stupid. Never
Yeah.
mind. Cool.
I gave mine
Gunter,
to-
basically the same person.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah, no, totally. Same person.
Where would you like to slot in your 1 dominance and 1 terror?
Let's put it vertical here.
Okay, and you want the terror on top or bottom?
So if you're like Terrace a bomb.
Might as well put it at the bottom. We'll keep it perpendicular.
All right, that is your current soul situation, and now Zarina. You are trying to eat something that you don't have the full room for. Do you have stasis? No. Your souls are right here. Why am I asking you what you have? Your friend Izzy has 1 stasis,
Right, I do.
but does
Oh,
it?
I'm gonna-
Let me check really quickly how I wrote
I don't
that
think-
ability.
Yeah.
Every level stasis lets you to hold 1 another essence outside
mean-
of your soul without evaporating. It doesn't. It just say hold another essence outside of your soul.
So it could be yours. Is what you're saying.
I mean, I'm okay with giving her this.
Yeah. So
well, I mean, if
maybe-
that's you, I guess that you kind of contributed. So I could take some.
Oh
sure.
yeah. So okay, so you're gonna get the shield one, and then Izzy will hold the amazement in her stasis chamber.
Sure.
Wait, like that's literally the one thing that we needed. Which I guess the question is also because then we'd have to do a bunch of soul surgery anyway because
Well,
you guys all
here's
have
the
overriding
thing.
dominant emotions.
Wait, I just realized. Why does Pat have? Is this? Oh, is this just she couldn't get the rage on top of each other?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, she could have. Couldn't you flip it vertically? But I mean, maybe she's chose not to.
I don't know. That's how it's wound up. We can improve that later. We're activated soul surgery. We can do all sorts of fun things like slam them together for 3 rage.
I was gonna say if she takes off the two rage, then she'll have one of all 3 of those. Like I have 3 ecstasy, so it would be hard for me to get rid of all of it to get down to 1 amazement.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
No, but she could spike the
I
ship.
mean, no, it's like
Gigi can't.
Because
Oh.
I
guess
don't know,
I'm,
like I feel like you
I
remove it
suppose
or you make it harder. I don't
Gunther can't.
remove 3 emotions. I just remove 1 emotion, but I don't know. We haven't really studied alchemy.
yeah.
I read the book. I collect.
I don't know. I
30
honestly I just want the shield, to be honest. That's why I asked for it. Like,
Yeah, fair. Right, let's go do things, I guess, then.
Alright, you guys hear like a disturbance in the tree line. You see something looking down at you. It looks like it's gazing down at you vigilantly, and it appears to be somewhat reptilian.
Yeah, well, I look at the void. Does it look back?
Yes.
Okay, don't have time for this.
I mean,
Yeah, you.
I tell the thing. Yeah, we don't have time for
You know what you also don't have time for? Me forgetting that, like at the end of the dickering was when we were supposed to do the break. We'll be back at 10:46.
Okay. Nicely done.
It's very poorly done on my part. I always am like about like 1 minute away from calling it, and then I get lost.
Yeah. I'm gonna go make myself dinner. I'll be right back. Love you. Have fun. I'm on my way. Sleep.
All right, break time.
Use this break time to do some coding.
I was like, that break felt so out of the blue, like so sudden that I was like, oh, I guess it is break.
MP missions. It still works. Killed. Oh! have actually made use of this break. Oh well.
Hello.
Well, hello there. Hope everything.
Hiya.
Hello. How's everybody doing? How's all y'all's evening tonight? Oh, look, that rainbow now.
No, you're better.
I mean, yeah, I'm actually from the States, so I suppose it is natural
Are you
that I
from
feel
the
for-
south?
Well, you see, I have for a prolonged period of my life lived south of the Mason-Dixon line. Now, I don't suppose that necessarily means I'm from the south, but it's a bit of a rubs off on you, if you know what I mean. I was born in Maryland, you see, and lived for a very long period of time in the District of Columbia, which is, objectively speaking, the south.
Rainbow, have you enjoyed the uptick in jazz and funk?
Oh,
Hello.
I had the music
Wow,
muted
look.
for a while. During the break, I had it muted.
Fair.
I mean, it seemed like I like the jazz, but I don't know if it fits with anything we're doing or any kind of atmosphere we're experiencing.
I think at first I was like, slower stuff, it would make sense. But the funk feels like it should only be combat. Outside of the combat, it feels weird.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm enjoying myself.
I mean, I like all the music you're playing. Yeah.
Smooth jazz plays. You've stumbled into the red elevator.
Oh, God.
Yeah, there's one part of the Alabaster Halls where you just get trapped in an elevator forever. It's fine.
Sounds
I
about
don't
right.
mind not being.
Yeah, you can go to Manhattan in the 1920s. Welcome to Red Elevator. So is there any rhyme or reason as to where the Alabaster door is open?
I wonder.
Well, shit, I guess we are all wondering then. Huh.
Oh, I'm muted. Damn.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, I was literally about to message you like, "Hey Cole, like break bed in 10 minutes ago." Okay. There's a cliff. There's the soiree. You know, there's some vigilant lizard men above you, but they, you know, they're not fighting you. They're just looking at you.
Okay, looking at us how?
You know, just like vigilantly.
Okay, but like I don't look at everything with terror, even though that's my dominant emotion. That's reductive.
I do look at most things pissed off. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I
mean,
mean, like
I think-
they're observing you. It's hard to say more than that, other than the fact that they don't seem to be like trying to chase you or some shit. They don't seem to care that you notice them.
Okay.
They're just vibing. So your dominant is terror now, right? But you can also swap to admiration? Question mark.
No, I don't have any admiration, and I only have one amazement. So like,
Amazement.
Now
Sorry,
I
amazement.
can-
Sorry.
well, because that's like, I mean, I'd still need another amazement if I wanted to swap to because I got 2 rage and 2 terror. If we just pulled out the rage before doing it, I would have had 1 terror and 1 amazement. It means we would have been able to swap between those. But now I'd have to rip 2 things out of my soul to be able to get to amazement.
Or we could get you one amazement, right? And then you could just have like, are 3-way swaps possible, Lee?
Right now, yeah. Rule is written.
So if
Yeah,
we use
and
soul
I mean, I would
surgery,
need to-
could we insert the one amazement we have into GG?
Okay,
Yeah.
no, I thought we got an admiration. They're different things. You said admiration earlier.
Oh shit.
I'm not sure then what I had.
Oh yeah, no.
I
It's
mean,
supposed
because
to
you
be.
definitely, that looks like an amazement, but
Yeah.
you 100% said admiration.
I'm
Because
very stupid.
I was like, oh, that's the one I don't have. That's why I thought we went to go get it.
It is 1 admiration, my bad.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So if you have terror, And we also need, yeah, we have amazement, and we need we need one more admiration too. Hmm.
Yeah. Which we probably don't have time to find, so.
Well, we still have 2 turns in the Dark Knight, right? Or the Red Knight right now.
Right. So
Right, we're 5 of 7, right, Lee?
Mm-hmm.
How long will it take to
Okay.
do soul surgery of any kind? Well, I guess we would need it if we found exactly the right things. But I mean, we'd still need to be able to fit them into.
Yeah,
So,
it would take a turn. It would take a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna wait till the next night to do that because I was gonna read the book or something.
Okay, I don't think we have that much time. Like, if we were going to do that, then yeah, like we'd obviously study the alchemy and do better at it. But like, right? I mean,
Okay,
Hinari, we
well-
don't have. Like, do we? No.
We'd have one more red night before the ritual. So Hinari would say.
Okay, I don't care what the ritual. I'm talking about the obelisk thing. That's why we're on this particular scavenger hunt. This doesn't really.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm into the ritual in some fashion, but it's not directly combating the ritual.
Hinari thinks that so every ward is going to reinforce the others. And if they're not getting tugged on, that's going to make them last longer. If you cut,
Okay.
there's none of them tonight, then it will be tomorrow night will be too late. If you cut one of them, then early tomorrow will be soon enough. If you cut 2 of them, then late tomorrow will be soon enough.
So okay, what if we do soul surgery to get rid of Walter's loathing, and give him the admiration, and then he can like make admiration his dominant, and then we can get rid of 2 of them, right? Because you can do the terror one, he can do the admiration one, and then we just need to get a amazement somehow. So if we can find one amazement tomorrow and give it to you, then we'd be able to get all of them, right? To GG. If
Yeah,
we
I mean, we could do it to either Walter or Gunther, frankly, because he doesn't have anything else in his soul. Like,
well,
I guess once you move him up-
That's 3
yeah, I
loathing in Gunther's
suppose
soul.
that's true. Yeah. Does the quantity of what's in the square matter, Lee? Like, is 3 harder to get rid of than 2, or?
Nope. If you're just trying to like soul hole or soulectomy.
Yeah, just pop a piece out, like.
Yeah,
No,
it
you
would just
could.
be
Leaving with someone without their dominant emotion makes it any emotion is not good for them, but you could do that.
that makes them a virtue, doesn't it?
Well, okay. Well, like.
It makes them similar to a virtue.
Yeah, we don't
Well,
want to
you
do that.
could add it in first. I mean,
Yeah, you just add the admiration
but
in
we
first.
could. We also have to surgically insert the admiration. That's going to be another surgery that we actually like. If we're going to do it,
Yeah.
we have to do it now because it's going to take 2 turns. But
Yeah,
wait, we have to get back there. Fuck. Oh my god! Why is
Yeah.
this so complicated?
I will say,
Okay, I'm gonna cut one of them, and that's all we have time to do, I guess. Like, what?
if you get back there, you could. If you were there when you did the soul surgery, it would be down to the wire, but you might have like a minute in which to cut a chain after the soul surgery.
Okay.
So does the group head back to the
Okay,
cave
but
entrance?
both soul surgeries. Like, you're not really answering me. Like, the problem is that we need to do 2 soul surgeries.
Yeah.
Are you saying we can do this in the same unit of time or not? Because it's gonna
Oh
take us 10
no,
minutes
no,
to get back.
you don't have time to do 2 soul surgeries and then get
We
back.
can't get all 3
Yeah.
tonight, but we can get 2.
No, we can't because you have to remove it and add it. You can't. The admiration has to be inserted through a soul surgery.
Oh,
With
true,
stasis,
true,
you
true,
can't
true,
just
true.
like it doesn't organically pop in. It's another surgery.
Actually, I will say, one person at a time. One person can be doing soul surgery while another person is doing soul surgery on the same person.
Oh,
Oh.
huh.
What is the roll
That's
for
not
soul
more
surgery?
dangerous?
You roll gauge many d6, and you can Let me check something. Hold on.
Asshole. What?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you guys roll. You can also get the basic +1. So you guys would be rolling 4d6. You have to spend a mask and roll 4d6, and
What about Hinari's guidance?
Hinari's guidance will give you an additional 1d6. So that would be
Okay.
5d6.
That's pretty good. How many successes we need to do it? Just one?
Just one.
Excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, that seems pretty good odds, right? Like,
Sounds good odds.
Yeah, but is the person you're talking about doing this to gonna consent?
So, yeah, no. So who are we doing this to?
Do we canonically know what's in each other's souls?
I think you all know I'm pissed all the time.
I think, yeah,
so-
at the very least you know their dominant emotion, but I suppose you could... And you've also seen them consume stuff? I don't know,
I
maybe
guess
they could,
that's true,
maybe they
yeah.
could bare their souls to you and you would know.
I see. Well, Serena's gonna be like, well, I seem to be a little bit full at the moment. Who's willing to partake?
Not even sure you'd want to come out, frankly, but I'll do whatever's going on.
Gunther, you seem to be
What do you want from me?
precisely famished, if I don't recall. I don't think I've seen you eat nearly enough tonight.
Maybe I'm not hungry. What do you want from me? Are you gonna cut me up?
We all gotta eat our fill, honey.
I feel
That's one way
like
to
I'm in danger.
Okay,
Yeah,
first things first. We spend a turn getting back there, like
Yeah.
before we do anything else. That's first. Yeah. So Serena's like, Gunther, honey, why don't you just come lie down here for a moment and just grasp this here. Actually, no, that's a bad idea.
You of all people, huh?
Oh my god.
Yes, me.
Want
would you
me
like-
to-
Can we go borrow
don't
cut, like,
me
cut
up.
the tear one while people do soul surgery so we have time to hopefully
You know what?
Yeah. So yeah, like Gigi goes and starts cutting at
get the last one.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Gigi goes and cuts down the rage one, right?
Alright,
I'm gonna keep a close eye as this happens. Like, don't mess this up. Like, I know there's no chance to mess this up.
Yeah. So I would ask
Option out.
Izzy, like, honey,
What's up?
you seem to have an amount of experience with a blade. Why don't you come
Yeah,
on
I
over
do.
here?
Pretty good at it, actually. Let's do this. All right. What am I rolling here, Lee? 3 or 4 or 4d6?
5.
5d6.
You're only 5.
5d6. So okay, so just to clarify, so Gigi is climbing up to cut down which one?
The rage one, right?
Whatever it is, I do a bang up job.
Wait. So question: Did Gunther like consent here at this
One
point?
that's
Like,
better to rage. No.
Why not? Sure.
yeah, you have terror, right? Your terror is your dominant emotion now. So rage. Is
No.
the...
I
Not you. Not
loathe
you.
it. Oh.
Not you, Gigi.
Yeah. So Gigi, can you give me a fighting test real quick?
Yes.
Marvelous.
Oh, you mean that thing that I don't have?
So
I guess it's gonna be a 3 because it's a spiritual.
Well, it gives you two. It gives you 2 extra dice.
Yep.
Well, yeah, but it's replacing my actual
It's
weapon.
been
One
done.
extra to die because I can't wield 2 weapons at once.
It was enough. Nice.
Now, actually, hold on. So, I think that you might actually be able to. Yeah, you can
Use
perform
2
it
weapons?
1 operation per success. Yeah,
Oh,
so
really?
Gigi, you cut down the chain. So actually, yeah. So only Pat needs to. Pat successfully does it.
Nice.
Oh,
so,
okay,
so,
sure.
so hold on. So what you're doing is you're going to remove like the emotional core of Gunther and then put.
Right, we're putting the amazement in first,
Mm-hmm.
The
and then removing the living, right?
admiration.
Yeah, sorry, admiration. Pardon me.
Okay. So you're gonna put procedural point here. Where in his soul does the admiration go?
You moved this to the wrong page.
Of course I didn't.
Okay, this is the
Alabaster
place.
Hall.
Where do you want it? Gee.
I mean, this bottom corner that's not being used for
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
It'd be nice
Block
to
of any
probably-
future
Yeah.
configurations.
All right, and then you're gonna remove the loathing.
No.
Oh wait, hold on.
Should
Now,
give it to somebody?
yeah, wait, go on, Gunther. Are you consenting here?
I don't want to lose loathing for one admiration. Is that
Well,
all
but-
it is?
But we need to make admiration your dominant emotion again,
Literally
so you can
the
cut
whole
down the
thing.
chain. Yeah, that's what
fine.
we've been trying to
Gunther-
achieve. This whole time.
Gunther, you don't have
Fine.
to do this.
Fine.
We can
fine.
put it back after. Don't worry, honey.
Oh, actually, that's true because Issa
So
can
are we
hold it in
gonna
You don't
stasis.
have to do this.
can she
Are we
hold
gonna
the
hold it in
success?
stasis?
Yeah. So we hold the living.
Yeah, actually, she has stasis, so she could hold it.
Damn. All right, I'm good for this. Let's do it.
All right,
And then-
now here's what happens. Gunther, you take 2 exhaustion, and Pat, you had to spend 1 mask.
Nah, alright.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, don't tell me a big, strong man like you can't take a little bit of effort.
Ah,
Oh, it looks like you made it. See, that was nothing.
Yeah, Gunther, you feel that the
Look,
loathing in
see-
your soul has been replaced by admiration.
damn.
Now,
It's all
guess
happened.
swinging, honey.
Yes. So Gigi has like severed the celestial chain of rage, and like this sort of cracked pillar recedes back down into the darkness. Not the darkness, but like the bright red pool.
Yeah, it's chilling.
All right, Gunther, you're up. That definitely wasn't scary at all. You'll do great.
Now, Gunther's admiration is the distaff counterparts to loathing.
Yeah.
Not that I'm sure that I'm using
Yeah.
that word right, but you know. All right. Point is, so you,
You literally just flipped emotional cores between like opposites: rage to terror,
That
loathing
is
to.
okay, so Gunther, as you climb up here, you feel overwhelmed with admiration, and they've given you a really big, menacing sword. And
Oh.
yeah, now
Yes,
remind me, are
I
you
love my sword.
are you a Nephilim or a Cambion? Are you more free or
Neither.
just?
He's neither.
Oh, is Gunther?
I'm more no, I'm like
Are you?
-1 or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, you're feeling a
I
little
ate
free.
one patty
You-
boy.
You've got some horns, you've got a cute little tail, and as you step upon this ward, it seems almost to repulse you just a little bit, but not enough to stop you. Now roll me a fighting +2 because you know you have a spiritual weapon of fighting right now.
Okay, so like let's just 3. Oh,
Yikers.
You could
First one of that.
you could
Spin a mask to push that into an actual success.
let's do it. Just
bam.
to make it.
You oh shit, yeah, come on, let's do it.
What? It takes
No.
3 masks.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. All right.
No.
You sever the chain and pop. It is destroyed. Why can I not select any of this chain business?
Because
Okay. Yeah, this loathing chain breaks away in a vape cloud of grape
Vape?
juice. Yeah.
of grape juice.
Amazing.
And yeah, this one also sinks back into the ground. There's only one left, the one of vigilance, and yeah, it sort of seems to be holding where it is for now.
And I assume like the moment, like the frame. he's
Wait a minute,
swinging that at-
am I dumb? Yes, hold on.
Maybe.
Are you?
No, he's admiration. Yeah, okay, it'll be amazement against vigilance. Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah. So like I assume the moment he finishes cutting it, we all go back to the reel because you said it would be like last moment, like last minute.
Yeah. So like you have to, they perform the surgery and you hop up there, and you guys pop back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity pulling Gunther down because he's standing on something that doesn't exist in the reel to splash into the waves below. You fall sloppily into some water, Gunther.
Wait, is that real?
Nope.
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 No.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
Oh. I was gonna go say hi to him.
Wait,
Nope.
who? I didn't see.
What
Nothing,
happened
don't worry
to the
about it.
sword? Did it just disappear? Does it have a like real counterpart?
What you find, Gunther, that you're holding in your hand is
What
a
did you do, Cole?
a
Oh,
sinew-hilted
God,
obsidian
No.
dagger.
Guys, I've got
Obsidian
the-
dagger? So I just straight up have a dagger now?
Yeah, in the
very
reel,
true.
the Starlight Cleaver takes the form of an obsidian dagger, and when you shine it in the light, like it's very reflective.
I was gonna say, Zarina like offers her hand to like help Gunther out of the water.
So what happens if you
Yeah, I
spawn
get up
back
without your
into
help, okay,
reality,
thanks.
but you're stuck in the wall?
Oh god,
Oh
yeah.
wait,
no.
what happened to you?
You-
Wait, where did you go?
Well, Walter, you know
Thank
clip
God
for a
that
moment.
didn't happen.
Yeah. Gunther,
What
you
about-
feel
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I mean, Kaskina looked like a cowcow bird.
Yeah, so Hinari also looks like a cowcow bird, although with a brilliant white rimmed exterior to her black feathers, and Shudovito takes off.
Hey, boy, fucking birds.
What about the grimoire? I assume we.
It's real, and it looks just as
Yes.
creepy in the real as it did in the Red Knight. In fact, it looks
Just as
completely
steady in the
unchanged. Yeah, it's completely unchanged.
Fuck.
Wow.
Except it doesn't float on its own anymore. So you know, you
Wait,
gotta
has
hold
the
it.
entrance to this cave changed? I mean,
Uh,
actually, this is my first time being here, so never mind. I don't
no,
know.
I still got the chain. It looks like it does in the real, but it has things that it doesn't in the Red Knight. And it looks a little bit more worn by the ages in the real. But
That
yeah,
seems
Gunther, your
dangerous.
soul is filled with admiration. Where once you loathed, now you admire. And this beautiful woman comes to offer you her hand. How do you
Yeah,
feel?
but I still hate her. Bond-wise.
Indeed, does the bond change, or I mean, this could be a shattering moment here, or
Yeah,
not.
you're like on the opposite.
I flip a
end.
coin. Yes. Yes, it does.
It shatters. All
Yes,
right,
It changes.
all right.
Oh, I was offering you my hand because I was hoping you'd put the hand with the knife in it, and I would just take the knife and let you fall in the water.
He uses the other hand though. That's what that dice roll actually determined whether it was the hand with the knife in it, so you could jack it, or like the hand and you just wind up like inadvertently helping him up. And overwhelmed by admiration, he just like assumes that the e-girl has come to his rescue. Get it? E
Yeah,
for
I mean,
ecstasy.
Yeah, E for ecstasy, correct. Yeah, okay. I mean, he can. I'll let him think what he wants.
All right.
Oh, thank you, girl.
Yeah. Gunther, you're as that shatters, you are reduced by 1 exhaustion, so you only have -1 exhaustion
Ooh,
or 1 exhaustion. Yeah.
Wait, so what is there? Oh, it's a one way. It was a one way.
Yeah, it was a one-way bond of hate, and I
Yeah.
think now it is going to be because I have the bonds in here, don't I? I think this is a
I-
one-way bond of. I don't think you've become her fan.
Respect.
Nah.
Simpage.
When you know.
Simp.
Simp, give me your feet.
Yeah, how
I
did we
mean, I
not
think it is fan. Like, it's better than respect. Well, more accurate to the situation. It's certain.
I mean, besides the ones that are written down already, like what would you say Gunther's opinion of her is now? Actually,
Yeah, perhaps it's one of a muse.
Muse? Muse. She is my muse.
no.
Helps me code.
What?
Thank you.
Oh my god.
What?
Okay, that just sounds like a fan, to be honest. But sure.
No. It's different.
How?
Fan is like, I cover my room with pictures of you.
No, that's
Yeah.
that's like going really far. Like,
No, like with posters and stuff. Like pinup posters or whatever that you sell. Getting your merch,
I guess. I don't know.
right? Like not to like a crazy extent.
Yeah. So muse. When your muse rolls any number of 6s, you may become unpoised to roll that number of dice,
Unpoised.
which is a state you roll.
Respect. Oh, that's one. Oh, so it's just a combination between. No, whatever. Doesn't matter.
So the point is, you
I
now
mean,
yeah,
you now have an A rank one-way bond called Muse for Zarina. Yeah.
It was well done there.
Everybody else goes up to their maximum, and I would say that you all have an experience from that. So let's go back to the and Gunther, you're up at 5 because you still have 1 exhaustion from the surgery.
That's fine. Sleepy sleep.
Yeah. So you guys, I'm gonna pop out a new.
We're in the
well,
room now, so it's on the
Yeah,
map.
yeah. I'm.
Oh,
The world
there
is
goes
dark.
the world.
Oh,
There
it's
we
back.
go.
Zawaru.
Ooh. World has
Yeah. You just hear fucking.
I remember when there was ground.
Yeah,
Back
so
in
That's
my
how
day.
we know we messed up.
Time stops for a moment as the world changes colors.
yeah.
To black.
Yeah. So you guys, here's your current souls. You gained 1 experience, so mark that in your character sheet. You should have 2 experience. Your maximum mask is now 7,
7.
unless your name is Gunther. And
What?
well, I mean, so your maximum, well, like that, like
Is 6.
yeah, you're at 6, and you
Yeah.
can't get up to 7 until you get rid of the exhaustion.
I know.
Sorry,
Yeah.
mask goes up. Do my power or gauge ever go up from?
Gauge largely increases through bonds, and S ranking your bonds.
Right. We talked about this. Right.
But your power comes through consuming someone that's at power 2 or higher.
Yes. Okay, yeah. So we just get mask. Cool.
Yeah, but you also
Very
get another slot. So
Oh, right.
yeah. So let's go, Izzy. Izzy, where do you want your extra slot?
Right, well, I'm gonna put it next to my other one. I think.
Like this, or like
So,
this, or like this?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think probably better put it like right here.
Bam. All right, Zarina.
Can I get mine here?
Yep. Walter.
What was the question?
Extra,
You get
extra,
new gray square for
extra,
one.
yeah, extra soul slot.
Oh,
Must be
sorry,
cardinally
I
adjacent.
was too busy filling out my sheet that I was like.
It's all good.
Okay. I
Can I
will
get mine
put
moved
it.
after?
I will. The only spot that seems reasonable at this point is here.
All right.
Sure.
Symmetry.
Could you
I
move
guess I
mine
could
really
put it
quickly,
here,
actually?
but I'm gonna put it.
Yeah?
Leave it there.
Nice. All right, Gigi. Oh, here. Okay, cool. Gunther.
Under the GU.
The gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Bam.
The gun.
Yeah. So
The
you guys. You guys presumably like leave the cave entrance. And like head
Just chilling here.
on your way back. You do run into Jacques, who
Yes. I was
appe-
gonna.
appears to be just sort of like looking very strange and disgruntled, like on a path. And his eyes are a little bit wider than normal.
Zarina goes,
he doesn't have the
"Evening,
usual signal.
monsieur."
Yeah, he's
Hey,
like
Gunther. Or
He-
sorry,
What?
Jacques. How you doing?
he looks around and he's like, the demons. Oh wait, no, it is les touristes. Oh no. Oui.
Yeah.
What
Hi,
about
Sophie.
you
And the janitor.
Well, be
It-
careful
it-
there. You
Yeah.
got a bona fide tourist right here, sir.
Shut up.
Jacques like, yes, well, no, I just must have smoked something bad.
Listen much.
Is all. He looks very defensive and dismissive of your line of questioning, but he seems to have seen something that disturbed him greatly, and he was
And
pretty far
and on
from. He's pretty far from
Almost.
where you would expect him to be at this time. People who work here.
Smoking on the job, no less.
Yeah,
He witnessed the night.
Zarina like turns to Walter, and she's like, "Now is smoking on the job part of your code of conduct around here, sir?"
Told you.
I only smoke on breaks, miss. If you're trying to get me in trouble, you'll have to take it up
Honey,
with me later.
please be a little faster
it's-
on the pickup.
It's part of the island, okay?
I suppose. Wait, actually, I suppose he's not on the job, right? It's like midnight.
No,
Well,
it's
Jock,
midnight, too.
Jock is always smoking. We've seen him prior, but he's not smoking right now.
Where'd your cigarette go?
You said
Uh,
you smoked something bad, but
You have nothing in your mouth,
yeah,
boy.
boy, dude.
He's like he's like, I just not smoking right now. I go to a drink instead. And he sort of like
Yeah.
ruffles his like he tried to fix his like crumpled coat and tries to like sort of like
Here.
walk by you. Do you guys like try and
I'm
like
like,
flag him down?
Would you like something
No.
a little better? And I
I'm
offer
fine.
one of
I'm
my
fine.
cigarettes.
Jacques will think about it and he will accept it with a merci.
So,
Anytime.
sure. You probably have been seeing some strange things this past couple nights, right?
He lights up his cigarette and he's like, what's it to you?
Well, it's me, because I've been seeing a lot of weird shit too, and right, it's not on the brochure for this island.
And he's like, maybe it's something in the cigarettes.
I don't smoke, right? If I wanted to kill myself early, I'd do. I guess what I do is a line of work. Whatever. Look,
As you were saying.
I'm not a smoker, right? So don't think it's in the cigarettes. I think there's something in this island that's a little bit screwy. Like, maybe an extra hour every night or something.
Jacques looks at you, like, kind of, a little bit, like, unsure. You seems like he's dancing somewhere between rage and loathing as you get closer to him.
God, you're so annoying. Just spit it out, right? You've seen the moon, bright red, right? And everybody around you standing still. Demons and angels walking around broad fucking nightlight. Yeah.
Jacques.
Well, you are quite vague, aren't you, honey? Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm not being fucking vague here. I don't see any reason to do that.
Good lord, do you not understand sarcasm?
So Jacques, like,
I
Jacques
see
will be
anything.
like, yeah, we have seen this thing.
Oh, you're with us now. Welcome to the party.
He's like,
and who made you queen?
I'm not so sure about this. Jacques is his own man.
No, I don't care.
Are you working
Yo.
for Akeem in the other space down, like your employment?
He's like, what do you mean? I mean, he's the boss around here, but I mostly answer to Shimon. I do not take what you mean in
Did
this
you
other
see
sense.
him in the Red Knights?
No, I was in the jungle.
That sounds about right.
Alright, well, you best avoid him if you know what's good for you.
Yeah,
What is wrong with Monsieur Godoy?
Let's just say that Monsieur of yours has got some plans that you may not like.
I'm not sure I like anybody's plans. This island was a mistake.
Yeah,
On
That's
that,
something I'm-
we can agree.
grappling with, I mean.
But yeah, so he sort of like enjoys his smoke, gives a thanks nod to Walter for the smoke, and it says, listen, I do not know what this experience we are having is, but I'm going to go drink a lot about it, and then
Yeah, look, I don't care particularly about what you do next, except that I would like to meet you again in the Red Night, next Red Night, which is to say, around 12:01. Do you want to all be hunky-dory and meet in the same place so that we can experience it together? Fine, you can do whatever the fuck you want, but at least we'll know that we're all in this together.
Jacques looks at you somewhat contemptuously and says, I do not know that, but I will be at the pig preserve. And he sort of like drops his butt, crunches it, and walks away.
Sounds good. Good preserve.
But yeah, you
Really,
guys.
because Jock is going to be our I don't even know how to just go ace. No, it's Jock.
Right, well, at least we know he's not kibitzing with the fucking guy who manages the place if we've got eyes on him.
I mean,
So-
we know he
so he says.
said that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we can keep an eye on him in the Red Night. if
I'm
he's
just
with us.
saying, and I'm just saying he don't seem to be playing with a full deck if you catch my drift.
No, I don't catch it, Jeff. What are you trying
Playing
to
with a
say?
little bit of an extra one.
Okay, I'm gonna go to bed.
Agreed. I need to make my way back to my hotel.
Yeah.
Ugh.
When you guys make your way back for the night, you do. Some of you would note, or actually, no, I would say probably the only person who would is because she's staying in the grotto. You notice that the Bop Star looks a little bit pale and a little bit listless.
Oh.
Yeah, you only see her briefly. She don't have time to talk, but Yeah. With that, we enter the day phase, and we're really just gonna like tell me what you do, like your mechanical game action, and one of them is like learn everything the book has to teach you.
Well, I mean, does everybody want to learn it? Like,
Yeah, you guys have to get together for like a study party, but you can do it at the same time.
Study
But
party.
but we
Do
don't.
we plan this-
We don't all 5 have to, do we?
It is not necessary for all 5 of you to. It is merely an option that you have. It would be considered
Okay, that's
acting.
all.
I type things.
Wait, was this spelled out? I must have missed that. I'm sorry.
Was what spelled out?
That we had to study this book?
No, you don't have to study the.
If you
You
want to
don't
be able to do
but you have
alchemy.
to study for alchemy.
If you don't want to learn alchemy, you don't gotta read the book.
I mean, I
Well,
guess.
I'm not gonna do
Okay, I might let it sit for a little bit, but I feel like Walter's at a point where like his emotions are feeling a little weird. He's used to being the more like his emotion has shifted. It's kind of loathing right now. So I'm not sure if he's really eager to.
Yeah, he's a very loathsome man. His vigilance,
Yeah,
his smile and vigilance gone, replaced by loathing.
yeah.
marvelous.
Partly why he hasn't been so optimistic this turnaround.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's hitting a little bit. Maybe can the alchemy make the pain go away?
I mean, it can remove the loathing from your soul, yes. Like,
Oh my gosh, alchemy can make the pain go away. I
Correct.
think I'll read it. I think
Prime?
I'll take a second to read it.
All right. So, is there anybody who doesn't maintain and act to learn alchemy?
Right, well, that's a good question. Should one of us go kill the Hakim dude? Or the other one? I mean, wait, forget it.
We may be a nefarious bunch in the Red Knight, but I don't pretend to get myself involved with murder in the real. Thank you very much.
Oh, I didn't mean like literally kill. I meant like deal with, or whatever. If one of us wants to kill, I kind of actually assumed that the magician was okay with killing. Just seems to be the kind of thing she'd be fine with. Throwing that out there.
Here's a question: where do you guys discuss this? Like, are you at the bar? Or, like in someone's room?
I assumed like on the
Probably
way back.
room party.
Yeah, probably in the IT room.
The IT room, that of which where nobody will go
library
ever.
or something. Yeah, or the IT room is fine.
Definitely the IT.
I don't
room.
think Zarina would allow herself to enter the IT.
I got my 6 monitor set up coming to view.
Yeah, 6 monitor setup. There's like
keyboard?
Cheeto bags all over the place. Like
4 of them
I'm sure there's a
are just.
library with like Dan Brown novels and a Bible that nobody ever uses.
I would say that's probably
Pretty sure
it's probably at like in hospitality, which is the same haunt that Akim Godoy himself is normally at.
oh lord.
Oh.
Well, maybe we should do it in somebody else's room then.
Yeah.
Oh lord. All right, come on.
Into private lounge, like I feel like there should be options at this resort that caters to rich people.
No, there's a private lounge in the lodge near where Zarina is. Like
Yeah.
in the lodge by Zarina, there's a private lounge that is like hers.
Zarina begrudgingly allows the party to enter her room, I guess, or the
I'm
lodge,
not
the private room.
It either myself, so
Hmm.
I said I'll begrudgingly go.
Ah, I see. I mean, yeah. So, I think does everybody just maintain and learn about the alchemy? Does anybody do anything different?
Right. That's
What
the
are you doing?
question.
What? I said what? As far as my actions, or
Yeah, your action.
Well, it's
yeah, I already
not
was the
a
first one.
bad
Oh, sorry,
idea
I
to
didn't
learn
see
more
the
about what the
difference.
team's doing, but I mean, it depends on personal action economy. I did maintain last time, so I have to do it now, or I'm just like really slipping into Nephilim territory.
Hmm.
Nephilim? I don't know.
I mean,
So, like, if you want to go follow him around, go for it. But like,
Actually-
I don't know how sneaky you are.
instead of maintaining, can I Can I try to advance one of my bonds?
You can.
Really quick?
Yeah. Which bond?
Because I
are you
would
going
like
for?
to get some more power. So.
But you're going for power because gauge is mostly what's increased by S ranking a bond.
Sorry, gauge.
Okay.
Gauge is gauge is how many mass you can spend on things, right? And then
Yeah.
power is how many die
They'd
each
get
mass gives
you
you.
bang
Yeah,
for your
okay.
buck, yeah.
Then I don't.
And
Yeah,
you can
never
only
mind.
get power by eating more powerful creatures.
Yeah, so never mind. Actually, screw that. I will need more gauge once I have more power. So.
See, I don't think that all of us actually need to learn this stuff in the book, so really it should just be the people who want to do it.
Okay. Like,
Yeah.
everyone just throw
If you don't
your...
want to do it, that's fine. We should have plenty of people.
Yeah, just throw your real turn in the chat. I think that's everyone, but Pat has done that, and then we can...
Yeah, so I'm going to maintain the first part, and second part, I want to
Oh no! Wait.
What?
The soul alchemy was Sorry, keep going.
So, I don't know, maybe I want to follow, figure out shit about, what's-his-face.
Hakeem Godoy?
Yeah, like do some research or something. Not sure exactly how I had it. I was kind of hoping somebody else would take up the mantle of sleuth, but since somebody else is reading books, I suppose it's up to the lady of action.
Question: the soul surgery was gauge many dice plus 1, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then that actually seems useful to try to get a bond to get
Increase
gauge here.
gauge.
Yeah, so that it can be better at soul surgery.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll
I think
actually
if it's
try
a
to S rank of.
Mutual bond, you both have to spend an action.
Sorry.
If it's a mutual bond, I think you both have to spend an action to
But yeah,
rank it
like
up.
by my one-way bond, can I S rank that and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your one-way bond?
S jealousy towards Issy? He's
Yeah. So you like very jealously like stalk her and like be jealous and yeah. When you S rank
I
that
stalk her on
bond,
Instagram.
Nice.
I check her follower account and realize that I'm getting ratioed.
Yeah. Sorry about
I'm not
that.
sure if that's how ratio works, but sure. Wait,
No,
do they
you're
do it by follower
I
count?
tweet out like something like had a very mystical night. Seems that things are afoot, and I get like 2K likes, and then like she tweets out like had an extreme night last night, like exclamation mark. She gets 20K likes, and I'm like,
I
just mauled.
Yeah, but somebody else runs her social media account, so like they just randomly say that.
Right.
Yeah,
At
and that's
first
why
I
it pisses me off even more because she's not even doing the work.
At first, I thought you were going to say, I go on the Twitter and tell everybody that getting ratioed is how many followers you had, and then I get ratioed. It's like everybody's like, that's not how ratio works.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like we both happen to tweet out about like our crazy nights, and I just get hard ratioed. Like,
Right. Well, the person who actually does my Twitter stuff is not actually on this island, so it doesn't
Yeah,
really
that's-
know.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I assume you like you.
You S rank your jealousy,
Go
and you
on.
gain the difference between their best aptitude and yours. Pat, what's your best aptitude? Fighting?
Fuck yeah, no,
Is
man.
that- is
that's
that two?
aptitude in fighting.
Is that
Yeah.
2?
So I get
I've got
-1.
two things in it. Yes.
And what fighting do you in Rainbow? What's your fighting?
My fighting is 0, so I get 3. Oh no,
you get,
2.
you get 2 gauge.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So you guys talk about doing
Yeah.
internet things during the day, which is very nice. But now that we have everybody locked in, we cut to a little event with Gunther in the IT shack.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. So you're just there, like everything looks really fine, normal, and then one of the servers behind you, that is like the one that sort of handles things with the SAT tower, makes a very like unfortunate noise, and it then kind of begins to like sprout flames.
What?
Yeah, there's a fire in the IT shed.
Where? Put it out! I grabbed the extinguisher. It's
Yeah.
time to go. We must save my tech.
Roll me an
What was
evading.
that for?
What? Evading in the day.
Yeah.
So do I get my spiritual thingy or no?
No, you don't get the benefit of a spiritual shroud.
Okay.
This is just
Gotcha.
but you do get a bonus of 1 because you're wielding an object, which is relevant, which is the extinguisher.
I get a single 6.
All right.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So the servers are a little bit fucked. And
Fuck.
in particular, you you see like something on the radar go bloop bloop bleep, and then like the signal from the radar is cut. You check, and all of your devices are showing offline. Yeah. So like early in the morning, internet and cell service die across the island, even on
Yeah.
sat phones.
That's
Wait,
not good.
what?
I fix.
Can't
I
check my
fix.
follower
I
count,
fix.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, I think maybe next time we might have a chance to fix, but
I fix. Please.
So like,
Voltrip is imagining a world without Wi-Fi.
With the information blackout in advance of Damien's arrival.
Oh boy.
yeah.
No
So
One can call for help.
Yeah, it seems kind of
yeah,
fucked.
Gunther, you see that like the server like is burnt. You find like what appears to have been some sort of pin attached to a contraption that got slipped in here at some point, and it seems to have shorted the board from within. Then look, the contents of this are like burnt open, but some sort of weird plastic box. And
Sabotage.
yeah, what's more, like you physically go outside and you see that like the tower, which is at the airport, is like something has hit it, and the dish is not physically on the tower anymore. The dish is a
What?
splintered piece of rubble on the ground.
Help. We're under attack.
Yep. So your guys' days progress as intended. Gunther, you get rid of your exhaustion. Your maintain today is that Shimon Date arrives very nervously and says, "Oh my, you deal with a lot of things right now. And then he yells at you to fix things. Then he finds Walter and says, "Oh Walter, we have a very big issue. You need to help. There's a satellite dish down, and we've lost internet, as you've learned by now. Blah blah blah." And Shimon is running around like very concerned. But that doesn't really bother you, because it might bother you. I don't know. Point is, you do your job. But Walter, in the process of doing your job, you're like helping out at aerial arrivals. When you see someone who's normally not here, yeah, it's hotelier extraordinaire Akim Godoy. He walks up and says, "Mr. Ossip, a word, if you wouldn't mind."
Yeah, what you need?
Well, it's just on the matter of the cave preparations. I have evidence that some people have been lurking around who, quite frankly, should not be on this island. Uninvited guests. I will need you and Jacques to just keep an eye out on that side of the island today.
What, you mean like 24/7? Who's gonna take care of everything else?
No. Don't worry. I have someone else for the night shift. But just give it a once-over. In particular, see if any small craft have set in anywhere along the coast or have hidden within the rocks. I don't mean to alarm you, but given the lack of the internet, I believe that this might be the work of pirates.
All right.
Yes, if you see anybody, do not engage them, but do alert us on the radio.
Fair enough. I take it, is he trying to make me do this for the second half of my...
No, he's only asking you to do this during like the workday, so you'll still be able to have the study party.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I guess I'm called to another task. I do so.
Yes, I do my job. I have to.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't see why not.
Yeah,
So.
Walter maintains, but you do so loathfully. And
Kind of annoying that I have to be, shifted around.
Yeah,
But,
it's annoying. You do it like because you have your normal Just in addition to all this. But yeah, then everyone but Izzy meets up for the study party, right?
Yeah, I guess I don't
Alright.
really care. But
You guys read through a weird tome for some reason. Even like the words, you can just read the script now. And you manage to figure out what's going on inside of it. It teaches you about soul alchemy and all sorts of other stuff. And it looks like it's almost like outdated. Like certain elements of the rules just haven't been fixed yet. Like there's still attacking and defending during evading and. Wow, it's almost like this is like, you know, an earlier version of Red Knight.
No, the Red Knight language is just the way Lee types. No, I'm tilted.
Wait.
No.
It invites madness to even gaze upon it.
There's slashes at the end of everything. No.
Meanwhile, Izzy Trutha is trying to get to is trying to figure out the truth. And casual reminder, Izzy, your shroud is like your glasses or something, right?
Yeah, my shroud is actually my sunglasses.
All right, I'm gonna count that as a regular object. So roll me an evading. Just sleuth around.
Right,
I was doing the big
I'm
meme.
gonna put a mask into this, I guess. If
All right.
I can.
Yeah, I mean, I will
You
say.
can do in the room.
I'm gonna say yes, but the refresh of your mask happened when it became the real again. So you're gonna go into this coming Red Knight 6 of 7.
Yeah, okay.
Also, thank you whoever's made the bleep noise. Oh, Free League Publishing is now following. Hi, Free League Publishing. How are you?
What? Hey, Free League Publishing.
We're just playtesting our own little game Red Knight here. Hey.
Yeah.
It's also a D6 game, although 5 and 6 is 8. I digress. Izzy, you're snooping around, and you're almost detected, but you manage to slip by some people in hospitality, and you find Hotelier Extraordinaire Akim Godoy alone in his own room. He looks like he's sitting at some very extensive, like, radio setup.
Right.
Yeah, it looks like he's at, like, an extensive ham radio setup, but, like, the sort of thing that you'd have, like, in a bunker in World War II, not like a civilian setup. And he's leaning in and he's listening. You don't hear him saying anything, but he's listening in. He's got headphones on, but you see him taking notes, and you see him scrawling what appear to be like coordinates and bearings. He's using nautical notation and knots for the speed.
I actually know some of that.
Indeed.
I do ships.
Yeah.
Pilot.
So, yeah, you managed to observe this. Hotelier Extraordinaire King Godoy does not notice you, although at a certain point he does get up and you have to make yourself scarce down the hallway, narrowly evading various people who would have seen you in hospitality. But yeah, you get the feeling that he's, you look around and you, like, ask innocuous questions of staff, and you manage to learn that he's been, away a bit more today. And he said it had something to do with getting ready for Damien's arrival, apparently, based on things you overhear.
Lord.
Yeah.
Yes.
You also hear that room service has been trying to contact the pop star all day about like something she requested, and she just hasn't been picking up.
What's your request? I may or may not know.
She wanted like a very extensive dessert for her lunch today, and they were like calling like because they didn't have like a certain fruit, and they were asking if a substitute would be okay. They sort of went ahead with it anyway, and apparently she answered the door and very woodenly said thank you and just sort of accepted it. And apparently all of her handlers and groupies have been dismissed from her room, and all of them are sort of like hanging out outside looking a little concerned.
Right.
Wait, I'm so confused. Huh.
Clearly possessed.
Yeah,
What did we fuck up? Huh, okay.
yeah, you
Keep going.
But yeah, what's more, Izzy, this adventure brings you through parts of the Grotto Lodge, right? And you feel a certain like spiritual essence emanating from somewhere within here. You're not quite sure. But yeah, in the northern side of the lodge, and for reference, actually, wait, no. So the north side is where the pop star is. The south side is where the soiree has the study party.
So towards where the puffs is, right? What sort of vibe am I getting off of?
It's a swirl of emotions. You think that there's contempt, there's love, and other polar opposites tearing at each other. Entropy itself seems to be creating chaos. This part of the Grotto Lodge is actually a little bit more ill-kempt than it should be, although you see people furiously trying to straighten out like bouquets of flowers and shine marble surfaces that just seem to be a little bit like either too dirty or too clean, like it's been overbuffed, and they're trying to like get everything all nice and done up. It does not work out well for them. There's lots of the help trying to get things in order, and the people who are staying here seem to have odd requests, or they're just acting agitated in a fashion.
Yeah, there's something fucked about the grotto.
Yeah, you almost feel as if though there's a great void here. A void divided only by a slim portal. An ossuary. A vessel could take you through a little hole in the wall into this seeping void, and you think that you might be able to find something of what's wrong at the heart of it. But, yeah, it seems like it's centered around her room.
Yeah, that sounds fucking great.
Yeah, you look down at your watch, and you see, oh no, it's almost red night time. I guess everybody else has learned how to do soul alchemy. Narrator voice. They have all learned how to do soul alchemy.
Amazing.
Yeah, one day to the ritual, and you presumably meet back up with the group. Where does the group meet in the private lounge where you were studying, or do you meet elsewhere?
Yeah, so between you and me, are we meeting here? Or are we going to the turtle sanctuary, or the pig reserve? I suppose probably here is for the best.
I think here is probably a good starting point for next time.
I really don't care about the pig preserve. I don't
Yeah,
want this
I
either
don't.
a greatest ally or enemy.
Yeah,
I
but
think he'll be important, but not at this moment.
right.
So, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Let me check the chat real quick. Because I've been neglecting that. Oh, thank you for the government stream. Yeah, it's going great tonight. And here we are at the Grotto Lodge, and you guys.
I think that's just the end of the session, right? Like,
yeah, it ticks down. The clock ticks down to midnight. Midnight 01, midnight 02, and then pop. The red night cometh. And when you look around the Grotto Lodge, it looks very different from how it used to look. It looks overwhelmingly like it has been dressed up like something between a haunted house and a movie set. There's like cameras and lights that are pointing at nothing. There's like streamers falling from the rafters. There's weird spooky hands, some of which are plastic, some of which are actually like fleshy and moving. And there is a white eminence emerging from the side of the lodge where you know her room to be. And you see some sort of terrible sea beast has emerged from the pool at the center of the grotto.
oh boy.
Oh yeah, you babies you thought there wasn't going to be a dungeon. Oh, there is. Welcome to the grotto, baby.
Oh,
Yeah, so no great secret that there's going to be 8 turns tonight, but it's 08T. And yeah, I mean, like, you could call it the end, but one last thing does happen. There is a knocking on your window, and someone feels compelled to say nevermore. And you see the red eye edit Hinatia at the window of the private lounge.
I don't know if you did that on purpose, but you said at 3 times as well.
Okay.
With me, it's almost always invention.
But yeah, so would anybody let Hinatia in?
Red eyes, white bird. All right.
Murderous?
She does not look happy, but it looks like she wants to talk.
Well, I'm down to
Okay.
Alright. So you come up and open the window. It shows some resistance. It slides open, and then she flies in, squawking and flapping around the place. "Ah! This is terrible. The order of heaven has been misaligned. What are you doing reading that terrible book? Alchemy, you should be spending your time fixing things.
Yeah, I didn't grab the alcohol.
Uh-huh. I do say, I think I prefer your brother.
Hinari?
Can you
Hinari's
calm
been
yourself?
misleading you. Don't listen to anything he has to say. It's all lies.
I see.
Kind of like the both of you when you're stuck together.
She does kind of like comport herself a little better and says, "Now, yes, I do admit, my conflicted nature kept me from telling you everything while I was trapped in the form known as Hina. However, now that I am free again, I can let you all know that there's an issue that you need to deal with.
Fantastic.
Always seems that you have issues for us to deal with, huh?
Yes,
Yeah, I was gonna
well,
bring that
if you
up.
don't deal with this, go look at the stage sensor, or like look out the window, and if you do look out the window, you can kind of see that it looks like there is like an astral flame pouring out of a very large gilded molten chamber, bleeding out into the concert, and like the flame spreads across like into the woods. And she says, if you don't deal with that tonight, a fire is going to consume half the island or more. It'll repeat, just like it was before, when half this island burned down, or maybe a third. I mean, we're being technical here. Listen, the point is, justice can only be maintained if you fix what's broken in the heart of that poor, poor songstress.
My fucking god.
Okay, how do we do that?
We go to her.
She's null. She needs a dominant emotion. It doesn't really matter which. You just need to bring some to her.
I see.
So
Be
we
warned.
do
That rainbow.
I warn you, it will be dangerous
Yes,
to go
yes.
there. She has become an entity of apathy. Apathy, children, is worse than death. Do not allow it to sway you, or you
At
will
this
succumb
point-
to nothingness.
At this point, what isn't dangerous in this world, honey? Good
every time
God.
you say honey, I want to stab my heart just
seems-
a little bit more.
Everywhere we go in this goddamn godforsaken world.
Well, it'll be
Fine.
even more dangerous in the real for you if there's a fire now, won't there? Won't it?
Don't
I
know.
suppose.
Not if I swim.
Yeah, I'm not
That,
sure.
what in the...
God,
What?
God.
I'm a great swimmer.
This isn't about swimming. This poor girl is
Fine, let's
not
go
even
get her.
quite human anymore.
Let's get her some
Yeah.
food.
Let's go over there. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's
How
go,
do we
boys
order-
and
How do
girls.
we order soul pizza in the bad night? Is there like
Soul
Fuck.
pizza?
delivery service?
No soul pizza.
Fine, we just gotta go kill something and bring
No,
it
we
to her
don't have
like
to
that.
kill her. We can just shove loathing in her, which is probably like
Well, we've got to find it somewhere, don't we? Gotta go
we
kill.
have to find her.
Yeah.
Honey,
Yeah.
you are carrying some. Do you not recall?
Oh, yeah,
You literally have my loathing.
I thought you wanted
from
it
the
back.
surgery. I do, but we can do just shove it in her.
Right, let's
We'll
just get
we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Let's
Yeah,
just go
I mean,
find
if
her.
you find feel like better. I have stasis. I can put an emotion in my hat. Apparently,
True.
Inatia will fly out the window saying, "Yes, deal with that. I'll watch the
Wait.
skies. If you're ever out exposed, I can provide support." And you have gained Hinatea as fire support. She will laser beam enemies in fights that are exposed to the sky.
you see 130 above. Let's go.
Oh,
30 above.
I'm
So
pogging.
you-
Maybe not.
Actual poggers.
starting to get a little bit apathetic myself.
Yeah.
Let's be on our-
So yeah, you guys step out and you see, oh wow, what's that? It's like a cool maplet style dungeon based off the Grotto Lodge, integrating the time system. Lee will have that
What?
ready next week. Yeah, but yeah, I will. Yeah, no, I will actually. But that's
Yeah, but-
you'll be like a 1 minute move, so you're not eating through all your time to do this dungeon. But that's the session. We're ending before midnight.
Pog.
And Yeah, it is feedback time. I know I was really off my game. Sorry, I got so deep in designing the Chainsaw system today, but it's all good. I was like figuring out what various drugs did, like, and I was like, oh wait, an hour, 2 hours. Anyway, point is, does anybody have to go before anybody else? Anybody have to go like to bed really soon? Anything tomorrow?
No, I'm chilling.
I mean, I'd like to go to bed, but like,
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead.
Well, nothing pressing. So Madeline, by all means, hit us with it.
oh gosh, I don't know. I mean, I'd say a lot of like interesting things happen. So like the split between Hinata and Hinari, like I mean, like good use of character, I guess I'd say, with like Mouty and those two. And yeah, I mean, I think even though we limited interactions with characters, like I think you're doing a good job of like juggling them. Things I did is like it just feels like we keep getting beaten with the exposition stick, like just so many different layers of exposition about the world and about the mystery. Like I think for an entry kind of thing to the world, like maybe don't have a mystery with 5 factions. Like it's interesting, but I still don't see how any of it really connects. Even like after the characters explicitly exposition with it, like I still don't know what you're actually supposed to do, and this seems like a distraction to the thing that's actually happening with the cave. So like I kind of don't want there to be separate mysteries. Like if these don't connect, it's going to piss me off. And if they do connect, I don't see how. So yeah, I don't know. Just
Doesn't that just make it
mystery
mystery,
that
though?
mileage may vary. Okay. And I guess what I want to see more of, yeah, like I kind of like to get to the part where we do things that connect to a larger kind of coherency and stopping the thing.
Yeah. Anything else?
Okay. Nope. Night.
Yeah. All right.
Night.
Austin, hit me with it.
Hey, good night, Madeline.
Ew.
Fun game. Good game.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Starting off with what I liked. Yep, Monty was cool. Having new sword thing is cool. Getting my emotion switched was interesting. And then that making Bond different is fun. The bird split was fun as well. The reveal that the Red Knight is just your text in standard is great. Even though if it's only headcanon, that is what it is, Lee, and you can't change that. Let's see what I didn't like. I was very sad that my rolls were bad tonight, and very, very sad boy that I get like 6 dice and get like 1 success. It feels like I'm playing tabletop fucking Warhammer, okay, man?
Like in
Don't
terms,
need
in
this
terms
shit
of
in my
things,
life.
in terms of things that I can control, like maybe the game
I know.
isn't like offering quite enough. Like you don't feel like you're good at what you're supposed to be good at.
Yeah, I think that kind of is what I mean. Is like it. Like I know it's like a more of a success kind of thing, but sometimes it just
Doesn't feel, you're supposed to
doesn't feel
yeah.
like it.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like you're
Yeah.
like hitting it when you're doing good, which you
Yeah.
should. In the
Because like the first roll I got was like all successes, and then I was just getting maybe 1 success for the rest of the game on evasion checks, where I get like 6 rolls. But other than that, no, didn't really have much of a problem with the session. I thought it was pretty good. As far as more of, I want to find out who burnt down the IT shack and why the radar is on the floor. That seems like it's a very important thing in the real world that should be figured out quickly as an
Yeah.
IT man's. But
oh
also,
yeah, like your whole day is chaos and people like yelling at you to fix things and people like being like, we don't have a spare satellite dish, we didn't think this was gonna
Yeah.
happen, blah blah blah.
and then I guess fixing the singer lady, because that's probably not good that she's just an inhuman thing now that has no emotion. It's probably not good to leave around.
Right, yeah. There's probably
Yeah.
something like
But
that.
okie doke. That is mine stuff. I'm very tired.
Okay. Cool. Hit me with it.
Hey, some more world building. It's getting somewhere. Hey, which I guess is like the good part. I was glad to get through like a full, day night cycle, but I mean, I feel like there's still a ton that, we didn't really get done. And I'm not sure how to contextualize that or actually explain why I feel that way. But
That's fair. That's
like
valid.
we did learn like how to, soul surgery, which is pretty big all things considered. But I guess like, this whole thing was kind of dedicated to that one mechanic in a way, like setting it up, having the kind of reveal with the I don't know, I don't think it was bad, but for some reason it just kind of like I'm not gonna call it generic, but personally, like even when Hana had like the split reveal, like whoa, that's kind of cool, but it is kind of like, oh yeah, of course.
Is that a trope? Have I not watched enough anime?
Gotta go for the light
It's-
darkness angle.
It's not
There we
totally a
go.
trope. It's pretty close.
It's
to
not
a trope.
it's not a trope, but
It's pretty
it was
close to a
like,
trope.
oh right, of course.
The idea of like fighting against your darker self or whatever is a trope. So like you're pretty close to a trope. It's,
Yeah.
if you had like revealed like shadow us's and they were like that would have been a trope. You
No,
know?
that
Like,
would have been too. It would have been too soon to do that, though. He would have to
yeah,
do the
but no matter
shadow,
whether it's
shadow-
too soon or not,
the shadow battle only
trope.
happens as like the penultimate or as like the lead up to the penultimate. Usually, the shadow self isn't the penultimate though, or isn't the ultimate boss though. But
Yeah.
usually that's saved for the end. But I actually kind of like the shadow self trope. I don't know why, but this one kind of was like, huh, that's simultaneously weird, but it was set up as like a cool reveal, which it was a cool reveal, but I don't think it was as cool to. I didn't think it was that like.
It wasn't as cool as it could have been.
Yeah.
The thing with like the weapon coming down and like splitting her in half, I originally envisioned as an episode ender cliffhanger, and I originally envisioned as like, I don't know, I was like, I just thought of the scene. I'm like, it's fine, I'll do a great job at the time of making it good, and then I didn't.
I actually love. Okay, actually to back it up a little bit, her, Hina getting Final Fantasy was actually pretty like, oh shit. I mean, speaking of generic tropes, there's one right there. But honestly, I'm not saying the tropes make it bad, but I was kind of like, yeah, okay. So
is it really a trope though? Like, is like,
I don't think it
is like Aerith getting
necessarily.
stabbed? I thought it was almost more like semi homage because like I can't think of another thing that does that.
I guess you're right. It is more of a homage. Maybe maybe like the female love interest getting shanked at the very end is
Yeah,
is kind of common.
But this is the
There
bird
actually
getting
might be a name
subdivided.
for it, but I go on to
TV tropes. No, let us never go to that
Dare
cursed
I
land
go?
again. You dare not. Dare you not, sir. But yeah.
Actually,
Anything else?
Oh right. But okay. So anyways, yeah. The getting people getting cut open like dark as shit, dude. Whoa, hardcore. Yeah. So yeah, that was sick. Things I'd like to see more of. Oh yeah, it's on the bummer side. I was kind of sad that I didn't get to eat the vigilance goblins because I could have helped my character. But honestly, the fact that I didn't get it resolved right away kind of leads for opportunities for Walter to have some growth as he slowly becomes more loathsome, and he's kind of lost his more noble side. And he's not the most pleasant to be around right now.
But it's within him.
this
But
one
there's
seems
also the
interesting.
terror. Yes.
Yeah, so now there's the terror looming behind him. So yeah, like I like how a lot of things are kind of building up for Walter. I like another chance at vigilance, but honestly, if I say that, then all I'm really saying is, hey Lee, can I please give me food? That's all I'm really doing. So, yeah, I like to see. Like, it was cool watching everybody else like do the soul surgery. Like Gunther kind of like flipping his whole like mood about the soul chamber, being able to store that for a rainy day is kind of neat. So
Like stasis?
yeah, the stasis. Thank you, stasis. That was the word. Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of curious to see exactly where the mechanics are going. I know we've hit a lot of rough spots here and there, like trying to iron out stuff. And I think also us just learning the words and trying to use the right words here and there. I know I get confused with mixing up some of them. So, hey, it's all a part of learning a new system. So yeah, I kind of excited to see I guess what is in store, and I guess what other things we can do with these wacky mechanics. I don't think we've gone this far before, so it'd be interesting to see what crazy stuff can happen. So yeah, that was a really long bit of feedback, but I hope it helps.
No, yeah, for sure. Especially like in an early period of a system's existence, the feedback is even more important. But yeah, with that, anything else?
I'm just jamming to the music right now. I'm vibing right now.
All right,
I'm not
Pat.
very tired, so.
Pat, hit me with it.
All right. So I guess I'm going to do my feedback in a British accent because apparently that's how I talk now. Just kidding. I'm actually pretty bad at it, but apparently it's how I'm talking now. Right. So I thought this was a great episode. Maybe not as great as the other two, frankly, but not bad.
Does Pat have a British accent?
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry.
I've always cool. I've always had a British accent, actually. The
No
American,
way.
the American
My
accent.
mind's literally blown.
Something I put
Live
on
on stream, everybody.
around here have American accents, right? So I put on one, but it doesn't always work. Sometimes I revert to my original British accent.
Anyways, feedback, please.
It was good. I liked it. Had fun. It maybe wasn't. So there was no actually. You know what? Fuck. There was. All right. I don't know why it wasn't quite as interesting as the other ones. But I think Madeline kind of nailed it on the head there. There was a lot of exposition during this session and a little bit less us finding out weird shit in the weird Red Knight. Which is interesting considering, like, all the exposition ended up making us more confused and less, less, we discovered less. But, yeah, no, I think, so, yeah, no, I loved all the revelations that happened. I wish a lot of them came around a little bit more organically. I do feel like the split of Hina was really interesting. I also agree that it wasn't maybe the best of deliveries on that moment, but it was still a really cool moment. Yeah, there was a lot happened this session. What I want to see more of that natural kind of discovery and exploration bit, except I guess we're probably not going to get very much more of that considering now it's kind of just like, fixing the portals and stuff. But yeah, no, like I'm having fun. I love the weirdness of the Red Knight. I think this is a very, very cool setting and a very interesting story that you're telling, and I just want to see how it goes. So yeah, no, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you everyone for coming out. Of course, Dr. Rainbow Pants has dropped the links. Thank you very much, Rainbow. Yeah, thank you guys for covering the
Get
chat.
my feedback, Lee.
Rainbow,
Oh fuck!
did you hear
Oh fuck! Rainbow, yes, Rainbow feedback.
she was the best?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'll be brief because I don't have a whole lot to say about today. It was fun. I did actually like quite enjoy this session. I was definitely not on my A game today, so like I don't know. I was like, accent was so terrible today. Anyways, but I think the biggest problem with today was like you didn't push us forward. You need like there was a lot of times today where you needed to do the DM thing where you just hey dummies get moving, like you know, like where the session would just kind of like stagnate for
The
a
thing
second.
is, like, I realized how shit the game was at some
It
point,
wasn't
and
that
it
bad.
it
What
made
do
it
you mean?
harder for me to push people. Like, I
How
don't know.
shit what was what was shit today? I don't think anything was shit.
I was thinking of like where I imagined this campaign going and how good it was going to be and how good the execution of stuff like the Hina moment was going to be versus how it wound up. And like at that point, it almost seemed like the players were a bit agitated and like me pushing them wasn't going to help the situation. I was just like kind of
you just
paralyzed
needed
by
like
that.
I don't know. I think you needed to like just move things forward
Yeah, I did.
faster today. Like that was literally one of the only problems I had with today. Like the delivery on things was fine. I don't think it was that much like plot. Like there was quite a bit of plot, but it was like presented in a way that made sense. Like you know, like yeah, I don't know. Like you used your like you know you have these characters like Mounty and Hina and stuff that exist to like to kind of push the plot forward and use them in the same way today. Like I don't know, like
Yeah, but like I hate that
really
I'm doing
didn't-
that as well, to be honest.
I
It
don't
doesn't
think it's
matter.
that big of a deal.
It
I don't know.
Yeah.
I really didn't think it was a bad session today. Like I had fun and I thought it was like interesting and that we got a good amount of information. I think the flow of the session, like time wise, like the pacing of it was good today, a lot better than last time. Yeah, we had a couple of unlucky rolls, but yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say.
I mean,
I
do
don't
you
know.
feel the unlucky rolls like stemmed from like mechanics, or was it still? Feel
No,
that way?
we just rolled badly. Like I don't know. I had to go AFK at the end of right before the end of the little fight with the guy, the vigilant goblins and whatever imps or whatever they were.
Mhm.
So I don't remember how that like I just know we lost. I don't actually know how we lost.
Mhm.
But I
More or
remember we
less, it
didn't
was
put up.
because all of them had an automatic success source. The 2 vigilance and automatic defense
Yeah.
win. The 3 offensive and offensive win.
I remember we didn't have a lot of successes anyways. We didn't put up a lot on that anyways. So like, I don't know. But no, like I feel like it was just overall it's a good session. But there was a lot of moments where like the players would start arguing or like we would start talking about like not important things in the moment,
Mhm.
and like it didn't get like shut down by you like immediately, and it just stagnated the session a lot, and that was causing a lot of the problems where people were like getting a little frustrated that we weren't moving forward because there was like a bunch of bullshit that was happening in between. So yeah, I
Just
don't
to clarify, wait, was that me? Because
know. No, I know. I mean, it was all of us got a little angry at a certain point. I think there was at
Oh,
least
no,
there was
I-
at
I
least
thought
one
you
there was
were
at least
talking
there
about
was
the
at least
role
one
play.
point I saw everybody was like either bored or like getting frustrated that we weren't moving forward. So yeah,
In terms
what was
of
that?
character, it just kind of sounds like that. So.
Were we thinking the same spot or?
I don't know, Qual. I can't pinpoint a spot, but like
Oh, okay.
I pegged everybody, including myself today, like either getting super bored and zoning out or like getting like actively frustrated that we weren't moving forward. So yeah, that was like literally the only like big problem. Like all the other problems that they weren't other problems. They all just stemmed from that not happening properly today. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
Okay. What do you want to see more of?
I'd like to see right now, one of the problems I have with this game is that it feels like there's like plot characters and us on this island.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, it doesn't really feel very much like lived in, or at least like alive, you know?
Yeah.
That's probably my own, like, that's what I want to see more of. I want to see more plot character, like non-plot, just you know, just people walking around or whatever, right? Like, or even you just like describing them as we are moving through the grotto or something, you know, like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity for that, actually.
So yeah,
Right, but it's going to be the Red Knight, so anybody who's moving around is either waking or a spirit.
not doesn't have to be during the Red Night, like just in the real and stuff. Yeah, I know it is a game where it's hard to, if you spend most of your time in the Red Night, it's hard to do stuff like that. Like,
Honestly, like it was a lot better in the playtest. It's just I chose the time when I really need to not fuck up, but no need to belabor that point. I get what you're saying. We can raid someone now.
Yeah.
Because we're losing viewers anyway. We're gonna go raid Zweihander RPG.
Woo!
cool.
See you guys in the flip.
See ya. Can you tell me when we're
Yeah, I will say when we're officially off the air.
Thank you.
All right, then I'll just keep